the wake on June 29th that we referred to, or counsel referred to yesterday, you hear about this awful murder. It was a terrible experience. You flew out. You were comforting Monica. You testified yesterday that when you got there, she was holding this sweater, and there was a hole in it, some version of that. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, now, and you also testified that she stayed, your statement was she stayed with that sweater until the wake. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, did she then let go of the sweater when Rob Baker arrived at the wake?
Objection, argumentative.
Still rule.
She didn't have it the night of the wake,
Well, she
but
stayed
all the
with
days leading up to the wake.
Okay, so she stayed with the sweater until the wake.
Yes.
When Rob Baker was there, was she holding the sweater then?
No, she wasn't holding the sweater when anyone came
Okay.
that night.
Now, you thought when Rob Baker got there that it was, you noticed him. It was weird, right?
I noticed him, it was weird.
And why was it weird to you?
Because I knew him as a racquetball coach when I met him, and I thought it was weird that a racquetball coach would be hugging her and consoling her like that.
And it became a thing where everyone was talking about it. Well, when I say everyone, Morello was talking about it, Deborah was talking about it, your mom was upset, everyone that you were close to was upset about this guy, Rob Baker, being there.
I remember Deborah being very upset, coming in and saying, I don't like that guy, telling my mom, I don't like that guy, he shouldn't be here, what's he doing here? And she kind of riled up everybody, including myself and Morella.
Okay, so Deborah riled up everybody.
Yes.
Your mom, though, was upset that he was there.
After Deborah spoke to her, yes.
And your mom had met him before.
Yes.
At a lunch.
A lunch or a dinner, an afternoon.
And your mom was so upset that she told me.
I never heard that, and that is very unlike my mother.
Right. It's unlike her. She wouldn't say that unless she's very upset, right?
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained.
She would never say that. Oh,
So after Rob was directed to leave then, you guys talked about how strange that was Rob was there, right?
who's we?
You, Monica, Morella, Deborah.
Me, Deborah, and Morella talked about
Okay.
it.
And did you ask Monica about it?
No,
Why not?
I just didn't.
Well, it was suspicious. It was strange. You saw them whispering. You never asked your sister, like, hey, what's going on?
No, I told her, okay, everybody's outside. Come make your way outside. And she did. She followed me. She sat on the couch. On
Did
the
she
patio
tell you?
couch.
I'm sorry. Did she tell you that night that's the man that I've been having an affair with?
No.
Okay, so that night then a neighbor came over and brought a DVD. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And that DVD was of the, I think the term was the robbers. Is that right?
The DVD was, yes.
Well,
I
at
don't
this
know
point-
what term he used to describe it to me. He said, this is the surveillance. You can see two people on it. These, yeah, he might have said these are the robbers. I don't remember his exact words.
Okay. And this DVD then, the neighbor came over and said they had a copy of a DVD showing two people jogging up the street, right?
Yes.
And you knew that it's believed to be the two men that broke in the house and killed your brother-in-law.
I didn't know it was two men. I knew it was burglars. That's
Okay.
what I was told. Burglars.
Eventually you watched it.
Yes, we watched it.
So at the first point you didn't know, but you knew it included possibly the people who killed your brother-in-law.
Yes.
So what did you do with the DVD?
I gave it to my mom, and I told her, put this away and we'll watch it tomorrow.
You didn't want to watch it right away.
No.
And then
It was the night of the wake. We had people there. That's why we did
I
it.
understand. Did you tell Monica that you had it?
I told her the next day.
But you understand that the police already had this, right?
Yes, the neighbor told me that.
Okay, so this was just an extra copy for you to look at.
Correct.
And then the next day, did you tell Monica, hey, we have the video that shows the two people possibly that broke into the house and killed Fabio?
I believe what I did was I gave it to her nephews, Anthony and Daniel, and I asked them to view it while my sister and I believe Marco or Ernie, somebody, we went to go pick up the Porsche from Impound.
So you gave it to somebody else to view.
Yes.
Right, okay. And at some point, Monica came home and you told her that you had this video from the neighbor, and this is the next day, so we're talking about January 30th at this point. You told her that you had this video for her to view.
I had this video and I gave it to the boys to watch, and if she wanted to see it.
And was she upset with you?
She was upset that I didn't tell her right away, that I didn't show her right away.
Did she view it?
Yes.
And after she viewed it, did she come out and say, oh my gosh, I recognize that guy running up the street because I've been having an affair with him for the last year, and I can recognize his body type and how he moves?
So overruled.
Did she tell you that?
No, absolutely not.
Did she say anything about
No.
recognizing the man that she'd been involved with for over a year on video?
No.
February 2nd through 4th, then, you flew back to Canada for the funeral. Did Monica go with you?
Yes.
And you said that Monica stayed at her mom's house, right?
Correct.
All right. And that's in Woodbridge?
Yes.
All right. Is that where she always stayed?
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, one last question. The night of the wake, did Monica tell you that when Rob Baker was there, he gave her a burner phone?
No.
Do you know what a burner phone is?
I watch TV, so yes.
Okay. She never said anything about getting a burner phone that night.
No.
All right. February 2nd through 4th, then, when you flew back, that was the viewing at the funeral home for Fabio, and then eventually his cremation. Is that correct?
Yes.
So on Friday and Saturday, which is February 3rd and 4th, there was a viewing at a funeral home. Did you guys all go to that?
Yes.
And then Sunday the 6th was the mass, a reception, and a cremation. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So if you could just describe Monica's demeanor during this time, does she appear that she's affected at all by this?
Of course, she was very sad, devastated, quiet. At times I had to lead her. She wanted me to sit beside her. She wanted to there were so many people coming those 3 days. Fabio was a very popular person. A lot of people came, and she cried. She laughed with some people when they told her stories about Fab, memories, just like Morella did, just like I did. She was heartbroken.
And then I believe it was, you mentioned, you wrote out a statement trying to memorialize your memories from that day, right? At some point, and gave it to the defense attorneys?
My handwritten,
Yes.
yes.
When did you write that, by the way?
Oh, I was still at the house on Queen Victoria, so I was still in Monica's house. So it must have been before we sold it, which was in February of 2018. So maybe January, maybe December 2017,
January of 2017?
or after.
Sorry.
Yeah, 18.
2018.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. You wrote out the best that you could remember memories from the day of the murder, the day after
I was
the
not
murder.
told to write memories.
I'm sorry?
I was not told to write memories.
Well, what did you write?
I was told to write down an account of what happened that day, like who was there, what did you do, where did you go, and that's what I did.
And the defense told you to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So on February, that funeral in Canada, February 3rd, 4th, 5th, then you wrote down that Monica was feeling ill and emotional, and so you took her home early. Do you remember taking her home early?
Yes, from the reception.
From the reception. She was drained physically, she was emotionally drained and physically exhausted.
Correct.
Is that fair? Okay.
Yes.
And you stayed with her until your parents got home because you were worried about her.
Yes.
Did you know that those 3 days, February 3rd, 4th, and 6th, that she was sending explicit, graphic sexually explicit photos of herself naked to her boyfriend?
No, obviously I did not know.
And did you know that she was sending them from your parents' house?
I had no idea.
If I may approach to show some photos. This is February 3rd.
Of course, again, Councilman, you do not need permission.
February 3rd, if you want to take a look at those.
Do I look or wait? I don't need to see these.
Okay, so February 3rd, these are graphically explicit naked photos, and that's the day of Fabio's viewing, right?
I didn't see the date.
Well-
You tell me.
February 3rd is the viewing, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Is that your mom's bed then in that one photo that she's laying on naked and the photo that she sent?
It looks like.
That's your mom's bed?
I'm not sure whose bed that is.
Okay, well, that's in your mom's house with the dresser right there.
Can I see the dresser? Yes, that is, I recognize the dresser. It's in my mom's house.
Okay.
It's not my mom's bed.
And then on Saturday, again, the viewing. You want to take a look at those photographs? Okay, so that's pictures of her vagina.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Again, February 4th, the viewing on Saturday, these pictures you reviewed it. Again, it's a picture of the defendant's vagina, blocked out, of course. A picture of her laying, showing her breasts. That's her wedding ring. You recognize your sister's wedding ring, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then a picture of her finger in her vagina, blocked out, right? Right? That's what you just saw.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Did you know that was again at your parents' house?
No, of course not. I didn't know any of this.
Okay. Then February 5th was the mass and the reception and Fabio's cremation. You want to take a look at those photos?
Do I have to?
Yeah, you do. You recognize those photos?
Your Honor, again, I would object. The witness has already testified she was not aware of any
I've already
photos.
ruled on this, Counsel.
Thank you.
So you recognize that as the naked photo in the bathroom showing her vagina and her bare breasts. Is that your parents' bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's a photograph of her standing, taking a picture of her backside, naked in a mirror. Is that your parents' bathroom?
Yes.
Another photo in the shower, naked, showing her vagina and her breasts. Is that your parents' bathroom as well?
Yes.
And then there's a photo, naked breasts, pulling her pants down, showing her vagina. Do you recognize that room as your parents' house?
It looks like it, yes.
All right. And then lastly, laying on another bed with some sheets with blue flowers, showing her breasts and her pants pulled down. Is that your parents' house?
I don't recognize the sheets, Lauren, and there's not enough in the background for me to confirm.
All right. And again, that Sunday was the day that Fabio, there was a mass with a lot of people there, and she was distraught and crying and very upset, right?
Yeah, she was.
And that was actually the day that her husband was cremated.
Yes.
Okay. Now, after, while she's in Canada, February 2nd through 4th, 2nd through 4th, that time frame, did she ever tell you then that she was having and had been having an affair with Robert Baker?
She,
Asked and answered, please.
Not by this prosecutor, it's overruled.
I answer. She never told me, ever.
So February 8th then, Monica flew home. She left Canada and she flew home. It was her anniversary with Fabio. You knew that, right?
Yes.
Did you know, and in your letter that you wrote, memorializing, you said that she left with the girls to go back home because she wanted to be alone with Fabio's things. She wanted time, right?
Yes.
She wanted time to grieve alone with the girls.
Correct.
Did you know that when she landed, she immediately went out with Baker, but didn't go home to grieve with her girls?
I did not know.
Did you know that her girls were texting her, asking her late at night when she was coming home?
I did not know.
Okay. Then you were worried about her, so on February 9th, which was the very next day after her anniversary, after she'd been out with Baker, you flew to Los Angeles because you were worried about her, right?
Yes.
And I think you wrote also again that you were worried that she was too depressed.
Yes.
So you got to LA on February 9th, and then 3 days later on the 12th, you went to dinner with Monica and the girls at Fabio's best friend's house, Ernie Valorano. Is that right?
I don't know if it was 3 days later, but yes, we did go to Ernie's house for dinner with the girls.
Within a few days, not holding you to the date, you went to Ernie's house for dinner.
Correct.
Did
Correct.
you ride there with Monica?
Yes.
Okay, so you went with Monica. Did the girls meet there?
Yes.
Now, after dinner, did Monica tell you that she was going out with her friend Sheila?
Yes.
And you told her you wanted to go with her.
Yes. I said, why can't I come?
She wouldn't let you go, right?
She said I wanted to be with my friends.
Did you know that she was actually meeting Robert Baker?
No.
Did you know that she stayed out until 12:59 a.m. with Robert Baker?
I knew she came home around 1.
And you were texting her, asking her about when she was going to come home, right?
I think I did.
Oops. What I already marked as People's 272. Okay, this is on 272. She texted you at 10:11 at night and said, "I'm 5 minutes from Ernie's karaoke." That's after she left Ernie's, right?
Yes.
So she went out and texted you, and this is after she told you you couldn't go.
Correct.
Now, when she told you you couldn't go, she left in her car, and you had to get a ride home with the girls, right?
Correct.
So you took the girls home.
Yes.
And then that same, turning into the early morning hours, you're asking her at 12:59, which is almost 1 in the morning, you on your way home.
Yes.
Were you worried where she was?
I was wondering why it was taking so long.
And she told you she was out with Sheila, right?
That's what she told me, yes.
Okay.
Doctor, can you please tell us how it is that you're employed?
I am the Chief Medical Examiner of the County of Los Angeles.
What is a medical examiner, please?
A medical examiner is a physician who his expertise is in determining the cause and manner of death, especially in cases of suspicious violent deaths.
Okay. How many years have you been at the LA County Medical Examiner's Office, which was previously titled the LA County Coroner's Department?
I've been employed by the Medical Examiner's Office for approaching 11 years, so 10 and a half years.
Okay. Tell us, if you would, please, about your training and education that qualifies you for your position today.
I received my medical degree from Loyola Chicago. I then went on to do a residency in pathology at the Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis. I then went on to do a fellowship in forensic pathology at the Office of the Medical Investigator in Albuquerque. I am board certified in anatomical, clinical, and forensic pathology. I'm also licensed to practice medicine in California.
Can you define for us, explain to us what forensic pathology is?
Forensic pathology is a specialty in medicine where physicians determine both the cause and the manner of death. The cause of death is the event that caused everything to happen subsequently leading to their death. And then also in a medical examiner's office, the physician is tasked with determining the manner of death. And the manner of death is the circumstances where how the death happened. There are 5 different manners of death.
Okay. Approximately how many autopsies have you conducted?
Somewhere over 1,000.
Okay. And have you also testified many, many times regarding cause and manner of death
Yes.
as an expert?
Yes.
I want to direct your attention back to January 26th of 2017. On that date, did you conduct an autopsy on a decedent by the name of Fabio Sementilli under what was coroner's case 2017-688 that is now a medical examiner case number?
That's correct.
And the age of the decedent, were you able to determine that?
The age of the decedent was part of the investigation that was provided to us, yes.
And was he 49 years old?
Yes.
And what about height and weight?
Height and weight was also taken as his body came to our office.
And what were those measurements?
I need to refer to my report to refresh my recollection on that.
Your Honor?
Of course.
I'm there and ready to answer.
Yes.
His height was 70 inches and he weighed 300 pounds.
70 inches would translate into what height?
So that is 5 foot 10 inches.
Did you prepare an autopsy report with respect to your examination, observations, as well as diagrams and notations?
Yes.
And when an autopsy is conducted, such as in this case, were photographs taken at the time?
Yes.
And have you reviewed not only your report, but also the photographs that were taken prior to, during, and after autopsy?
Yes.
Okay. And do those photos accurately depict your observations?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I have 16 documents, including photographs and diagrams. May they be marked collectively, please, as People's 231.
Yes.
Yes.
Does that also come up on the projector right there to your left?
The screen before me doesn't have it on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can just turn it on the top. I would have had, I'm determined someone to shut off the.
We'll stay friends.
It's something's floating on the screen, but there's nothing. Oops, no, now you turn it off. See, there's a little.
to answer the question.
Shall I proceed?
Please.
Show you what's been marked as People's 231. There's a 5 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize this individual?
Yes.
And how is it that you're able to recognize and identify a particular decedent that comes into the medical examiner's department?
By the unique medical examiner identification number at the bottom of the photograph indicating the year and the unique case number, as well as my recollection of reviewing for this case prior for testimony.
And with respect to the unique case number, that is 17-00688, correct?
Yes.
And that would also be a sequential number at the medical examiner's department, correct, for that year of 2017?
Correct.
Okay. Is it the standard practice at the medical examiner's office that any time a decedent is brought in and photographed, that the unique coroner's case number, as it used to be, or now medical examiner's number will appear in the photograph on some type of a placard?
That's correct.
Once a decedent such as Mr. Sementilli is brought in to the medical examiner's office, are photographs taken prior to the time any clothing is removed and the body is washed prior to autopsy?
Yes.
Showing you People's 231, there's a 3 in the lower left corner. Once again, looking at what you see here, is this another photograph of the decedent?
Yes.
And showing you People's 231 because of 4 in the lower left corner. Once again, same question.
Yes.
Showing you People's 231, there is a 1 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And can you know what, I'm going to put a larger version of that up. Starting at the top, can you describe for us, first of all, what you see here?
This is a diagram of the human body. It's not meant to replicate the person's position, but rather anatomical standard position where I take notes on my observations that I'm finding on the body and noting them here that is before you in this diagram.
And so is this one of the standard coroner diagrams that is used at the time of observation and autopsy, onto which you would write notes simultaneously when you're observing or conducting your autopsy or soon thereafter?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell us on this diagram, it's 20, diagram 20, but in the top left corner I see that in handwriting is written -2. Is this a diagram which contains your written notations?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want me to stop for a moment? can you tell us what you have drawn in on this diagram, consistent with what you observed?
Yes. On this diagram, there's a portion that is the left upper chest, which is near a nipple, near the nipple, and that is where I noted a stab wound of the chest. Also on the left arm, there are superficial sharp force injuries involving the arm, including the bicep.
And I note that pointing to the wound to the chest, the left chest as you've indicated above, it says SFI. What does SFI stand for?
It stands for sharp force injury.
And as you mentioned, when I was asking you about forensic pathology, you indicated that there are 5 different causes of death. Would sharp force injury be one of those?
I was referring to manner of death for the 5. There are several ways to die for cause of death.
Okay. And below where it says SFI, I see that you have indicated some measurements as well as direction and depth, correct?
Yes.
And we'll come back to that. Showing you 231. There's a 2 in the lower left corner, and let's start. This one has 2 diagrams. Number 21, and the other one 22. Let's start with 21. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And is this, once again, a diagram that contains your notation and signature?
Yes.
And I see that you have indicated SFI, and I think in parentheses it says 6. Is that correct?
In the parentheses is the letter G as in George.
Okay. And once again, beneath that, does it contain some information relative to your observations regarding depth, direction, and other information in terms of measurements?
Yes, depth, direction, and also characteristics of the edge of the wounds.
And if we look at this area that I'm pointing to here, where you have drawn a line, is that the area on the interior of the right leg, just above the knee?
Yes.
Looking at the diagram next to it, 22, to the right of 21, and 231, with the 2 in the lower left corner. Again, does this appear to contain your notations as well as your signature with respect to several sharp force injuries?
Yes.
What is a sharp force injury?
Sharp force injury is an injury due to something that is sharp.
Okay. Seems fairly self-explanatory. Showing you People's 231, where there's a 6 in the lower left corner. Again, is this the same decedent that we talked about, Mr. Fabio Sementilli?
Yes.
And again, is this a photograph that was taken at the Department of Medical Examiner?
Yes.
And what is it that we see here with respect to the right side of the face, the neck area and jawline?
On the right side of the face and jawline demonstrates the sharp force injuries of the neck and also on the face, essentially.
And do we see that same set of injuries
People's 231, there's a 7 in the lower left corner.
Yes.
And again, in 231, there is the number 8 in the lower left corner.
Yes.
Looking at People's 231, that has a 9 in the lower left corner, I see that there are placards A, B, and C. Are those indicators that you placed for reference to your description in your autopsy report?
Yes.
Let's start by looking at number A. First of all, how many sharp force injuries in total did you observe?
There were a total of 7 either incised wound or stab wound, and then there were 2 additional superficial wounds on the left arm.
What is the difference between an incised wound and a stab wound?
An incised wound is where the surface of the injury is longer than it is deep. A stab wound is deeper than it is long.
Okay. So in looking at what you have delineated as A, can you describe this particular sharp force injury to us?
Yes. This is a stab wound of the face that's near the jawline, and there are 2 areas of the wound that look separate from each other, almost forming like a Y appearance to the wound.
Okay. What was the direction of this particular sharp force injury?
This one was from his back to front, and I need to refer to my report for the additional
Sure.
Directions. His right to left and downward.
So in a downward direction.
Correct.
So in this one you have 2 separate angles, as you mentioned. It's sort of in a Y shape. What does that indicate to you?
This indicates either the person holding the knife was moving as the knife came out in a different direction, so that's why you have 2 components, or the person being assaulted was moving as the knife was in them and it came out.
Okay. And were there, out of the 7 sharp force injuries that we're going to talk about, were 3 of those injuries consistent with being back to front?
Yes.
All right. And can you tell us what was the track or the wound track in this particular case?
This injury for the one labeled A went through essentially soft tissue, which is like muscle and fat, so no major organs or vessels were identified.
How deep was this particular injury?
I need to refer to my report for that
Sure.
detail. The depth was 2 inches for this one.
And I noticed in your report that you labeled this particular injury as sharp force injury 1. In terms of assigning a number, do those in any way correlate with an assumed order?
No.
So you number them for purposes of reference to your report?
That's correct.
Okay. In terms of each of the seven sharp force injuries, are all of these injuries consistent with a knife or knives that are single edged blades?
Yes.
What does that mean?
A single-edged blade will have such that one part of the stab wound has a sharp end where the knife is sharp, and the opposite end is blunt, which means that that side of the knife was not sharp. and so therefore it's consistent with a knife that is a single-edged blade.
Were any of the injuries
Specific to a particular area of the body, such as cartilage or bone, that would potentially preserve a tool mark or pattern?
None of the wounds had features that would suggest a tool mark pattern to be preserved.
Does that mean that if detectives, law enforcement were able to identify a potential weapon and submit it to the Department of Medical Examiner, there wouldn't be any injuries to compare a weapon to?
Correct.
Okay. When we talk about a single-edged blade, showing you what's been previously marked as People's 155, are we talking about any type of knife such as this that is smooth on one end and then sharp on the other?
Yes.
And in terms of this particular item, which has a serrated blade, as we see here, again, were there any tool marks to specific areas of the body, as I mentioned, like cartilage or bone, that would tend to preserve a potential pattern such as serration or a tool mark?
No, there are no features of the wounds where a specific tool could be matched to, other than the features of being blunt and sharp edges is consistent with a single-edged blade.
Okay. So that's as much as you could tell with respect to the weapon, correct?
Yes.
Did, other than talking about this significant amount of money that was coming your way, did the defendant talk to you that night about anything else other than life insurance? Or was that the only topic she spoke about?
Objection, this states the evidence.
Overruled.
The night of the murder?
Yes.
That was the only topic of conversation.
And this was a conversation that you had with the defendant within perhaps an hour or a couple hours of your dad's murder?
An hour, yeah. Yeah. A couple of hours would probably be generous. Yeah.
What was your state of mind at that point in time?
Completely in shock, reduced to bafflement. Don't know what's real anymore. Trying to just keep my feet beneath me. Trying to figure out, just then think more logistically. What are the next few days going to look like? And then, just. It's one of those moments where your life changes in the moment, and you don't really know how to deal with it. So.
Where were you when you got this call?
It was in my basement apartment that I was renting at school. Yeah.
And as the defendant was talking to you about the fact that there's this hefty life insurance policy that your father had set up for you, was she crying as she was speaking to you?
No tears. I did hear some, exacerbated breathing going on.
Like you didn't hear her crying, but you heard breathing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What kind of exacerbated breathing?
Like a kind of hyperventilating going on.
Okay.
Yeah. But the words and the message were very clear and coming out between each voice. Yeah.
You mean between Jessica's voice, between Deborah's voice, and between your stepmother's voice?
Between the hyperventilations,
I see.
everything was very clearly communicated, and yeah.
So in other words, you could understand what your stepmother was saying to you clearly.
Oh yes.
And subsequent to that, did you have phone calls with your other family in Canada?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And did you and other members of your family fly down to the Los Angeles area on Wednesday, that would have been January 25th of 2017?
Yep.
And while you were in Los Angeles, were you staying again at your father's home, or were you staying elsewhere, if you recall?
Yeah. So That was kind of a point of contention. I was thinking about where am I going to stay. I assumed everyone was just going to be staying at hotels. Surprised to hear that that wasn't the case, and that the defendant and I believe even my stepsisters were still staying at the house. I stayed in a hotel.
Okay. During the day, did you and your family come over every day to your father's home? What was your father's home on Queen Victoria?
That's correct.
The defendant and the girls were staying in the home?
That's correct.
During that period of time while you were in Los Angeles with family after your father's death, did you attend a viewing that took place at a funeral home?
Yes.
And that would have been January 29th?
I believe so.
And subsequent to that, some type of a wake or a memorial or a gathering in the backyard that night?
Yes.
And while you were in town that week, did the defendant do anything that was unusual that you found to be unusual?
Objection, relevance, calls for speculation.
Did she give you anything?
Yeah, so when I showed up to the Queen Victoria house, first time coming and seeing Monica in person since the murder, she hands me the Rolex watch that my dad was wearing when he was killed. She also asked me to go through and take anything from the wardrobe or like his stuff.
You mean like his clothing?
Clothing and basically anything. Just kind of brought me through the walk-in closet and said, take whatever you want.
She escorted you into the master bedroom walk-in closet?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes, that's yes.
And told you to take anything you wanted?
Correct.
Okay. At some point during your stay in Los Angeles, while you and your family were there, that include, by the way, your aunts Loretta and Morella,
Mm-hmm.
and your uncle Marco,
Yes.
and some of your cousins?
Yes. Yeah.
Did, at any point in time, did the defendant ask you to come upstairs?
Yes.
And where upstairs did she ask you to follow her to?
It was that computer room where I previously tested that I would sleep in that room because there was like a bed off to the side.
Okay. In Exhibit 74, to the left of the photograph, on the left, there are some beds set up. Is that right?
Oh yeah, you can see the bed in the corner there. Yeah.
With the white, looks like maybe turquoise and brown or black pattern on it?
That's it.
Okay. It looks like there's a red number 2 in the left-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
She called you up into the family room. She asked you to sit down on a couch, or what was the purpose of this?
No, so she brought me up to the computer area because you can see on the right there, next to the monitor is a printer, and then that printer is where it was printed out. This document that was the reason for me being brought up to be shown this document, and the document was a table showing the beneficiaries of the estate and all of the different sources of life insurance that would be due to be paid to each beneficiary and in what percentages.
Your Honor, I have a document that appears to be a ledger of sorts regarding beneficiaries of a life insurance policy, along with other stock options, profit shares, things of that nature. May it be marked as People 75?
Yes.
Showing you People 75. Do you recognize this document here?
I sure do.
Okay. And was a version of this document at that time showed to you by the defendant?
Yes.
Your
Well,
Honor, we would object. The vaguest version and identification of the witness, I think you should be precise.
Well, the defendant showed you a document similar to this one?
Yes, many
Or
times.
this one?
Several times, yes.
Okay.
In one instance, I was brought up, like we were saying, I was brought up to that room, and a fresh version was printed out, a hard copy. Yeah.
Okay. And was the defendant showing you this document?
Oh, yes.
And what, if anything, did she say about the document that looked like this, that she printed out that day while you were in town that week for your father's viewing and wake?
Yes, so when she printed out the document, she was showing it to me. It was just me and her up there. She was looking at it, looking down, smiling at it, and even in this strange way, petting this piece of paper.
What do you mean by petting?
Just looking at it as though it was some precious thing that she was holding on to in her hands, kind of moving her hand across it.
Sorry.
And
That's for speculation.
That's the term precious thing, that'll be stricken. Everything else remains.
So she was moving her hand across the document.
yeah, it sounds silly, but I know what I saw. I was being shown this document, and I was being shown, look at how fantastically large all of these numbers are. Isn't this great? That's what happened.
And on the document, did the defendant point out for you and make any statements about how much money you were expected to receive?
Yes, because that's included in the document.
Okay, and that, if we look at this document, it has your name at the top in a couple of different locations, but it also has the name Monica, and then Jessica and Isabella's names, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And along the left side of the document, there is different types of sources or types of properties, such as life insurance, P&G stocks, Merrill Lynch, Wells Fargo, profit-sharing retirement accounts, things of that nature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And percentages, is that right?
That's right.
In each column for each person?
That's correct. Percentages for each of the beneficiaries and how much of what was being allotted to whom. That's
Okay.
correct.
And this was within a few days of your father's murder at this house, is that right?
Yes, just a few days. Yep.
And from the version of the document that she showed you that day, who was getting the most amount of money? Which beneficiary was getting the largest portion?
Monica, the defendant.
The foundation.
Total.
And did you have other conversations with the defendant that week about money?
Yes,
And who would bring that up?
she would.
And approximately how many times did she talk to you about money that week while you were in town?
That week, probably half a dozen. And then in the months leading up to the arrest, I would say 75% of every conversation was about money, and not just money in general, but specifically about the life insurance.
So after you returned home to Canada, you continued having conversations with the defendant?
Yes, I wanted to check in and just try and be strong for them and see how they're doing there, because I'm far away.
So did you regularly call or text?
I would regularly text. Yeah,
And who would you regularly text?
Monica.
Okay. More than you would so before your father's murder?
Yes.
Okay. And during the conversations that you would have with the defendant via text, was there also conversations that took place via phone?
Via phone call?
Yes.
I believe so, but it was mostly the text messaging that I recall. Yeah.
And you said most of those conversations, 75% of them, had to do with money and mostly life insurance.
Yes, it was about the life insurance, this document, and over time the different figures being filled in with actual numbers. So it was that. It was a lot of frustration over her not receiving her portion of the life insurance and the different things that they were trying to do, the tactics they were trying to do to get them to pay out. And then thirdly, the fact that they were struggling with money, I was told.
When you just narrated off like these topics, were these the topics of conversation that you had with the defendant after your father's death?
Correct. These were the topics of conversations I had with the defendant after my father's death. And like I said, the vast majority of them pertained to life insurance, money, and the lack of money on a day-to-day basis now that my dad was not around.
So she was complaining to you about the fact that she claimed she was having money problems.
That's right.
Did she complain to you that she was struggling over bills and things of that nature? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
That's overruled.
Did she ever tell you that she was getting your father's salary through Wella for a 6-month period after his death?
I was completely unaware of that until after she was arrested.
She never told you that?
I was never told. She never told me that.
Did she ever talk to you about her dealings with law enforcement? Les?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Early on, having people come over to identify jewelry to try and connect it with other cases.
Did she ever talk to you about the fact that she thought law enforcement was keeping things from her?
Objection, reading.
Overruled.
Yes.
And you said that she expressed frustration.
Mm-hmm.
What was she expressing frustration about?
Yes. So the frustration was starting to come up because I had received some of my life insurance as a beneficiary, and when this was mentioned, that's when the frustration came up because one of the other beneficiaries, right, has received something and she had not, and so that was the source of the frustration.
And did she also express frustration to you that although you had been cleared by law enforcement, that she had not?
Yes.
Overruled.
During this period of time, did you express sympathy and support for the defendant?
Yes.
Was some of that based on your following of any of her social media accounts?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And what was it on the social media accounts that caused you to feel a particular way?
Yeah, just the posts that came out after the murder, which all seemed to point towards the grieving widow. So lots of very sentimental, saccharine posts about their marriage and how great it was and how it was such a tragedy what happened. So yeah, a lot of people. These were highly visible posts being made.
They were public, right?
Yeah, people were seeing them, and of course, in the wake of what happened, and that my dad was popular on these channels as well. People were liking them and commenting and sympathizing. Yeah, absolutely.
And you did that?
Of course. Yeah.
And you followed her posts?
Yes. Yeah.
You felt heartbroken for her?
Of course. Yeah. That's why, as I mentioned before, I'm calling, reaching out, calling, connecting, just trying to check in and say, how are you? More often than not, more often than I did before, because in light of all of this stuff happening. So yeah, for sure, we were all grieving together and for her, for sure, at the time.
And you went out of your way to express that to your stepmother?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you say that after your father's murder, up until the time of her arrest, that you became, at least from your side, that you felt like you had become closer with
Yes,
the defendant?
Absolutely.
And subsequent to your you and your family coming to Los Angeles in the days following your father's murder, did the defendant and the girls and all of your family travel back to Toronto for various memorials, funerals, things of that nature with respect to your father?
That's correct. We all went back to Toronto and did a whole other set of funeral events, yeah.
Okay. And is that because your family, your father's side of the family, is in Canada?
Yes.
And, Your Honor, I have a photograph showing the defendant and the victim's 3 children in the back of a vehicle that we marked as People 76.
Yes.
Thank you. Showing you People 76. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yep.
And what is this?
We're in the back of some kind of black car service to the funeral, I believe. Yeah, the big daddy hats there. We all were wearing those. I was one of the pallbearers, and was wearing the hat as well. So that's from that event.
And your two sisters are seated next to you along with your stepmother,
Yes.
wearing the hat with the black veil.
That's right.
Now, what does Big Daddy refer to?
My dad's nickname.
Oh, so was he referred to as Big Daddy in the industry, and is that something you guys use?
Yeah, so I think it started with work because he was such a leadership type figure at work and very charismatic, and then of course infected just kind of everything else, adopted it into his persona, so to speak, and so we affectionately called him that, even as a family, in the family as well.
Okay, and so did you and the family have these hats made for purposes of the funeral,
Yes,
so that people that attended all could wear them if they wanted?
that's right.
All right. Now, you, after the defendant returned home with the girls back to the Los Angeles area, did you get a series of text messages from her with respect to money?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a series of 5 pages. It's titled Text Exchange Between Defendant and Luigi Sementilli, February 9th of 2017. At the bottom left corner, there appears to be the numbers 4 through 8. May these be marked, please, as people's 77, 78, 79, 80, and 81.
Very well.
Thank you. Starting with Exhibit 77, which has a number 4 in the bottom left corner. At the very top, the very first line, February 9th, 2017, 8:55 p.m. This is UTC time, so from a phone number.
That's my phone number.
And it has your name right underneath.
It sure does.
And to the right, it says, "Hey Mo, how did things go today?" Mo, what is that? Who does that refer to?
That's the defendant, Monica.
Is that how you would refer to her?
Yes.
And your father, did he also refer to his wife, the defendant, as Mo?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. And does this, in fact, appear to be the first portion of a text exchange asking the defendant about how something went today?
Yes.
And did this have to do with a conversation that you had previously had with the defendant about the life insurance policy?
That's correct.
Showing you people 78 following along the second page. If we go to the top of 78, at 8:19 that same day, is this a communication that came in from the defendant to you with about numbers?
That's correct.
And then subsequent to that, at 8:20, did you text her, "Okay, Mo, have a good night"?
Yes, I did.
All right. And then she texted you, "You too." Is that right?
That's correct.
Showing you Exhibit 79 that has a number 6 in the bottom left corner. February 9th, 8:26:04 p.m. Is this, again, a message from the defendant to you?
That's correct.
And she is texting you big numbers, unbelievable. I'm at Best Buy. When I get home, I'll text you pic of what you have coming so far, but then delete it.
That's correct. I received that message.
Okay. And so she was telling you to delete the picture she was going to send you?
Yes.
Send the text just for itself.
Overruled.
Yes, she was. She was going to send me a picture related to life insurance, and then requesting that I delete the picture once I receive it.
Okay, and subsequent to that, we see at 8:26 and 32 seconds p.m. you responded, okay, I will. Is that right?
That's right.
Showing you People's 80. Another exchange of text messages coming in February 9th at 9 p.m. There's a JPEG or a photograph, and then underneath at 9:03 and 14 seconds p.m. Again, there's a message coming in to you. Is that right?
That's right.
And is this from the defendant?
That's correct.
And so here she wrote you question marks are the unknown. So more is coming. As it stands, girls are lower percentages plus your Manulife. Is Manulife the policy that you told us about is required by law in divorce settlements in Canada?
That's correct.
Great investments also, and life insurance is not taxable, exclamation point, and then a photograph. That photograph, is that what we see here to the right?
That's correct.
Okay. So this shows, again, a picture that the defendant sent to you with a breakdown showing 25%, 20%, and another 20%, and a total of $259,792,000.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
So this is what she sent you and asked you to delete. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Showing you People's 81. It has a 8 in the lower left-hand corner. February 9, 2017, 9:04 and 56 seconds p.m. Is this a message from you back to Monica?
Yes.
And in this, did you say, okay, I'll delete it, we know the rest tomorrow?
That's correct.
And then she responded at 9:06 and 13 seconds back to you,
Yes.
saying, no, Monday is phone call meeting so we can all know the question marks.
That's correct.
When you said that the defendant would send you various versions of that initial document and then fill in portions, that's when I was showing you People 75, correct?
Correct.
And so she would send you various versions of this document and have question marks put in certain areas?
That's correct. And then over time, as I saw new versions, those question marks were filled in with the actual accurate figures.
Your Honor, I have another document which appears to be a text exchange dated March 16, 2017 at 2:45 p.m. May this document be marked, please, as People's 82.
It may.
Thank you. Showing you People's 82. Is this, again, a text message that you received from the defendant on March 16th of 2017 at 2:45 and 59 seconds p.m.?
Yes.
And did she direct you to call her when you received a particular image or JPEG file?
Correct.
Your Honor, I have a photograph of that JPEG file. May it be marked, please, as People's 83?
Yes.
With respect to People's 82, Your Honor, for the record, there appears to be an 11 in the left hand, a red box with the number 11 in the left hand corner. Bottom. Showing you People's 83. Does this appear to be a copy of the image the defendant sent you on March 16th?
Yes, if you could put the other one back for a second. Yes, that is the one.
Okay. If I turn this document on its side, does this appear to be, once again, a portion of that initial document the defendant showed you when you were in Los Angeles with numbers filled in and columns for you and both your sisters?
That's correct.
Now, in approximately, or on February 28th of 2017, do you recall the defendant being in Toronto and meeting with her?
Yes.
And where did you meet up with her? Where was she staying?
It would have been at her mother's house in Woodbridge.
Okay. And Woodbridge is a suburb?
Yeah, it's in the Greater Toronto area.
And so you went to see her and the girls when they came in to town?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes, yeah.
Okay. And during that period while she was in Toronto, during the week of February 28th of 2017, and did you see her and the girls during that time period?
That's correct.
Okay. And did the defendant tell you during that time period that she was liquidating some stock options?
So,
Yes, I was told that stock options were being liquidated to the effect of, I believe it was $100,000 or so, and I was asked by the defendant if I would relinquish my portion of what was due to me, because I was to receive more than my sisters.
That was because of the Manulife policy?
Sorry, say again?
Because of the Manulife policy?
Yeah, yes, because of the Manulife policy and the way the percentages were in general, it looked like I was due to receive more than my sisters. But regardless, I was asked to relinquish my portion of that stock option.
Okay. And so this was did the defendant tell you that this stock options were through P&G, Procter & Gamble?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so the defendant asked if you would give up your portion of your of the P&G stock options so that your sisters could have more.
That's correct.
And did the defendant tell you that she needed you to do this because she indicated she was having financial problems?
it's getting close.
I'll ask it another way. Did the defendant tell you why she wanted you to give up your portion of the stock options?
Yes.
And why was that?
Yes, it was because they're struggling financially and I'm due to receive more than the others.
So, it's time to take our morning recess for 15 minutes, and the people may continue. Should be on page 27 of the transcript. Am I correct in that?
Hi, can I call you right back? Please? don't really dictate how things go. It's just, whatever we find out and whatever information we're provided with, it's not up to us to solve, to generate all this stuff. This stuff has to be found out and provided to us in different ways, and we have to build our case. We can't just go out and arrest someone because we think it's them. We have to have evidence. Did any more evidence come in at all? Can't discuss none of my cases. I can't discuss any state of the evidence or amount of evidence or anything with any of my victims or families or anything like that. I have to maintain the integrity of the investigation. I can't have information going out at this point, but I assure you this case will be solved. We're moving forward on it. There's a lot of things being done. I don't know how long it's going to take. So, we're making progress though, and one of the things you want to do is I want to introduce you to a couple detectives that are working that other side of this, the whole burglary angle, and they had some additional questions for you. They wanted to go over a few more things with you, and they were hoping to do it Wednesday or Thursday this week. So my plan is to call you at some point today and set up a time. Are you available both days, all day, or? Yes. Okay, well, let me find out when we can do this, and we're looking at Wednesday or Thursday. I'll give you a call later today with that time.
Oh, I have another question. Can you tell me what it means, what aggressor means? So the insurance company says that he hasn't been ruled out. What does that mean?
That who hasn't been ruled out?
Fabio has not been ruled out as an aggressor. What does that mean? He's not an aggressor?
No, I have no idea what that means. Did they give you some type of...
Yes, they said the questions that we're waiting for LAPD to answer, and which was supposed to be a while ago, and no one's called them back. Was it Fabio was a prior felon, or he was an aggressor? And if the beneficiary was made to be ruled out. That I already know, and they told me that a long time ago. No, I don't understand what ruled out as an aggressor. Why wouldn't he be ruled out already?
Yeah,
What are we waiting for?
that question was never posed to me by anyone by insurance. So if we had, we could definitely rule that out. So, do you have, I don't think it's going to change anything. Like I said, we have the other part that we're still dealing with, but as far as that goes, no, I don't think that was never posed to me or my boss either, because we both spoke to insurance people, and that was never anything explained to us or asked of us. So I don't know.
Oh God, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else. I don't know what else to do. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
You've got to have faith that this thing will get resolved, and that it just takes time. And like I said, you saw the video. These guys have made it very difficult for us. So no going,
And you can't tell me if you sent stuff out of state, because it would be quicker.
Right. Yeah, we're hoping that it'll be quicker. They were telling me 2 more weeks, and that was last week. So I'm gonna try to get an update from them this week, but a couple weeks and for at least some of the stuff. So we're gonna keep bugging them. But one of those things that these things take time, and they have a lot of requests, and we're kind of going from there. Okay. I will call you later today, and we'll get together this week. Okay. Okay. Good. go over some of the burglary hits they've had in the area there, and
Oh my gosh, okay.
retrace your routes, when you went shopping, when you came back home, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
so it's as long as we can, just if someone quiet, we can talk,
Yeah. Okay. Fine. That's great. We can
Or
go
we
find
can
out
on
more.
the patio or the side patio or wherever.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see
That's
you.
great. I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Hello?
Hi, Monica. This is Detective Portia. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, listen, I talked to the burglary guys. They're having some big meeting in a couple weeks, and they wanted to hopefully, they anticipate more photos and stuff. They want to meet with you somewhere around, hopefully June 9th, if you're going to be around then.
Oh, okay.
Are you in town?
June 9th till 11, I will be in Toronto accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award for Fabio.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the weekend. Okay.
Yeah. So I leave June 9th, so just before that or just after that?
Okay, so I don't think they're having a meeting till the 8th.
Okay.
But maybe the week of the 12th, 13th, 14th, you'll be back.
Okay, hang on because you're breaking up. Let me move over to the spot. Hang on. Can you hear me now?
I can't. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
so maybe what I'll do is we usually touch base on Monday, so I'll get over there on Monday and we'll find out when they're available that week. I haven't checked I don't know the schedule that far out, so I just know they have a meeting on the 8th. So I'll touch base with you basically on the 12th.
Okay, but can I also ask you for your email and or a send a password email?
Sure. My email is my cell number, which is 30601
Okay.
at LAPD
Okay.
.online.
.online. Okay.
And Hector Castro's is the same as mine, except it's 26287.
26287. That's Castro. Okay.
Okay, so I'll probably touch base before that, before you leave.
Yes.
Maybe, I'll talk to you. Today is Memorial Day, so I am off tomorrow. I'll be back on Tuesday, so we'll touch base on Tuesday. I don't think we're going to have anything between then and Tuesday, but, we'll check in on Tuesday with you.
Okay. Okay. Now I know. So I'm not sure how long you were at the event. Were you able to, speak with anybody or?
No, I didn't want to. There wasn't anyone I really needed to talk to. I think one of your friends was there. Was it Deborah or something?
Yes.
Okay, she was there. I remember her from the.
Yes. Yes.
Talked to her briefly. I didn't talk to anyone else. I know who Fabio's boss is. I have his name already.
Okay.
But no, we were just kind of low key, just hanging out back. We were there till the end, and then we had to split. I know you were probably busy at the end of that thing, so we just took off. But we saw the whole thing all the way through. I think it was really nice.
Yeah, they did a wonderful job.
What are they doing with that wall? I know you're asking about the wall that had Fabio's pictures all over it.
Yeah, I'm going to be traveling for the next few cruises, and then it's mine. So wherever we end up, that will be ours. We're selling the house now. I don't know where we're going to be in a month from now because I can't really do anything until I sell the house because I can't buy anything.
Is it on the market?
It's on the market. Will be. He's coming tomorrow. The realtor to take pictures and stuff. I think June 9th and 10th. The agents will only open house for the agents will be here. So my realtor will have the key, and they'll be the only ones here showing the house that weekend.
Okay. All right.
So that's going to be going up for sale. And then we really not even had a roof over our heads. We don't know what's happening. So I wanted to come into this you guys can do, but MetLife called me this morning already, saying that there's only one last confirmation they need. I know you told me what you guys feel and things, but I guess they need it in writing. I don't even know.
That's the problem. So we're hoping for that to come through, and I keep pushing these guys. I talk to them a couple times a week, and they give me different updates and stuff. So if I have anything I can pass on, or we can clear that whole thing up, and we will as soon as we can. We don't want you guys to be, to be expensive.
Yeah, I'm asking you for your emails because I was gonna. I always forget things, and I'd rather have this written down so I know what's happening. But anyway, my dad, was telling my mom, which she's here in front of me now, to make sure that we tell you this thing that transpired when he was in Toronto. Fabio was telling my dad something about work that he had to investigate because he had to fire somebody, and he was uncomfortable with it or upset by it. And I don't know all the details. So I wanted my dad to tell you exactly what he said or what kind of happened with this. And so we reached out to him this morning, but he couldn't talk to this with other people. But I want to give him your phone number because I'm confused myself, and I want him to tell you what exactly Fabio told him.
Right.
I know that anything that has to do with work is on email. It's all documented, so I'm sure you can see that. But I don't know if it has to do with Geneva or the LA office. So maybe my dad could, reiterate what he heard.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm here, Monday through Thursday, every week, sometimes longer. But you can call me anytime, and I can always check it with your work. I'm in touch with I know the corporate security guy for
Okay.
well, and he can get me pretty much anything with the business. I mean, so far he's been real receptive to getting any kind of business documents I need. So he would be able to find out the particulars if your dad didn't have it.
Okay. So my dad can just call you, or do you want his number?
Either way, you can have him give me a call when he's available. Sounds like he's a busy man, but he can call me, leave a message, and I'll get back to him as soon as I can if you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna have him do that because he's kind of adamant about it. So I know we're all grasping at straws, but I think everything is gonna be something, at least something.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna have him call you.
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
Thank you. Okay, that's just, I'll wait to hear from you on the 30th or whatever you said. No, what did you say?
Yeah, the 30th.
The 12th?
30th.
Oh, okay, the 30th. Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Monica. This is Marshall.
Liz, hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. Hey, listen. So I spoke to your dad last week.
Yeah.
And a couple questions. I wanted to follow up with some stuff. Who was Fabio's? Because I guess his boss was in Geneva, Switzerland, and asked Fabio to go to Toronto to do this investigation. Who was his boss at that time?
The only one I think I know, her name is Michelle Mason.
Michelle Mason.
Yeah.
And
She was also there that night at the event.
right. I know you guys mentioned her. So she was the boss in January as well.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean, his boss is here, but that's the hiding. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. Can you hear me?
I said his boss here is Sal
Right.
in North America, but the top guys are in Geneva.
Okay. And all right. And when you say Sal, that's Salvador, right? Salvador Marici.
Mosseri. Sal Mosseri. Yeah.
So that's his direct boss here, but you think higher up from him would be Michelle Mason?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you spell your dad's name?
Okay. It's O-R-S-E-O. Orfeo, and Orfeo, yeah. And do you need the last name?
Same as yours?
Well, my maiden name, yes. Crescentini.
Crescentini. I should have that somewhere. Oh, go ahead.
C-R-E-S-C-E.
with, and they anticipate to get some photos and stuff. So they were, I think they're supposed to meet on the 8th, but you weren't available on the 9th because that's when you're going to, I think,
Right.
New York or Canada or something.
Yeah, both. Yeah, New York, Toronto, and then home again on the Monday or the Tuesday right after that.
Monday or Tuesday.
I think it's the 13th.
Yeah, fixes are available on Thursday or Friday. So I let's wait until we get to that week, and hopefully maybe something on the 15th or 16th. Just
Okay.
together.
All right.
Okay? So I'm going to see how anything comes out of this whole Cody thing. And that was when the company was Cody, right?
Yeah, so I think that's switched over like in November or something like that.
Right.
He
That was-
went to Cody, yeah.
And he first your dad said November, or second week of November, then he said second week of December. Is that right? December is when it's going to...
I can't even tell you.
Okay.
Because he travels so much, I don't even know. That's why my dad, I know he wasn't really certain of the details.
Right.
I just, said, just say what you heard, what you know. Don't, poke things out of nowhere.
Right. And any idea which accountant would have gone with him? Because your dad said he brought an accountant with him to really examine the books.
I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure there's a
Chuck would know.
here that would know, right.
Okay.
They would know, for sure.
Okay. Good enough. I can follow up with her, and hopefully she can give me some more information on that side.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Anyone?
Went good. Went good.
Doing good?
Yeah. So, like I said, we have our secretary typing up that letter, so we should be able to get that hopefully at the end of this week.
Okay. I have going on the computer and trying to download all these records. There's a lot, and it's really. Anyway, I did it all. I'm going to send them to you, but if it's hard for you to view or read or whatever, then maybe I can come to see you. We can log in, and you guys can look right on the actual AT&T whole accounts and stuff.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot just for the 1 month still?
Well, it's home phone, my cell, Jessica's cell, Bella's cell.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you have Fabio's in there also?
Oh, I do have his, but I didn't because I thought you have his phone, so you could, or his computer, whatever. If you want, I could put his in there too.
Yeah, might as well, so we have it all. Because then, if they can, they'll take it. They'll just punch in. They'll search certain numbers. It shows that it'll find that number and whoever's records it is, and if it pops up, then we know these guys tried to call or called or whatever. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna add his in there too, and then I will. I guess email it. Yeah, I'll email it over to you.
In some type of file or envelope or is it?
Well, they're all right now. They're all. Like, I tried to put them all on nice Word documents so they're legible.
Oh, okay.
I could probably do it on Excel as well.
Well, try the Word. That's always easier, and then we can use Excel as well. So try the Word, see how that works.
Okay, I'm gonna send those over, and when you get it, open them, see what you think. If it looks, if you guys can read it and whatever, great. Otherwise, I can log in, like I said, and we could just go right there to the site.
Okay. Yeah, we may do that. But they know what numbers they're looking for. I don't. So let's.
Are we gonna have a meeting? Did you say we're gonna meet soon, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hopefully this week. What's today? Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was off the last couple of days sick. Let me call them and see what their week is like. I think we could do it either this Friday or next Friday is what their 2 days are. So
Oh my gosh.
Double check with these guys and see if they still want to show you those photos and stuff based on what they've gotten so far. So
Okay.
yeah. So let me get back to you. I don't know, later today or tomorrow, and if as long as we get a hold of them and we get a date, then we'll set up a date.
Okay, that's perfect.
And you can email that stuff to me, and then I'll look at that today and see if it's something that they can use to search. If not,
Okay.
we can format.
Okay, perfect. I'll go get fast on there too now, and then I'll send it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
Mayor Carr?
You mean collect the transcripts first?
Oh,
Collect the transcripts, please.
oh, yes. never divulge the details of what you are doing during that investigation.
That's correct.
In addition to what we heard during the recording of conversations between the defendant and Detective Parshall, were there also several dates where the defendant called and left recorded voicemails?
I believe so, yes.
Did the defendant leave voicemails on March 13th and March 15th of 2017 for you and your partner?
If I could refresh my recollection.
Yes.
That was March 13th and March 15th?
Yes.
Yes.
And as we heard in some of the recordings, for example, on March 8th of 2017, did Detective Parshall repeatedly tell the defendant that he would hook up a DVR or security system ASAP?
Yes.
We heard during the recorded call of March 16th of 2017 where the defendant was recorded telling Detective Parshall that she believed that his 3 kids are the only beneficiaries to his life insurance policy. Did she ever say anything else with respect to herself off tape?
Not that I'm aware of.
On the date of March 21st, did the defendant again call your office and leave 3 separate voicemails for you or Detective Parshall or your supervisor, Detective Castro, to call back?
Again, if you'd like me to look at the book, I can do so.
Please.
You said March 21st?
Yes, sir.
Is there a phone that is or shut it off?
I don't show a number of calls. I do show that there was definitely a call.
Does it show that there are 3 voicemail messages from that date?
I don't see in the chronological that it shows that, just that there was definitely a conversation.
Okay. Again, in the March 8th conversation that was recorded, we heard the defendant make the statement that Fabio had been the one to purchase and replace the DVR system. Did she ever make a statement to the opposite, that in fact she was the one that was home during that DVR replacement?
She did not.
In the April 17th, 2017 recorded call with the defendant where we heard her claim that on the old system there was an app where Fabio could look up and see the video feed, but that she never had access. Did she ever correct or change that statement?
No.
When she said during that conversation that she was not present when the new DVR was installed and the only new camera was the one at the front door, did she ever correct or change those statements off tape?
No.
When the defendant claimed that she had no access to the system via her cell phone, did she ever change that statement off tape?
No.
Was there another call from the defendant that took place on May 1st of 2017?
There was.
And during that particular conversation, was there a conversation with her about whether or not she had yet replaced her DVR?
There was.
And during that conversation, did she indicate that State Farm Insurance, her homeowner's insurance policy, had paid out on her homeowner's claim in order to replace that DVR system?
Yes.
And at any time, did she tell you and or your partner or your supervisor, to your knowledge, that she had replaced the DVR?
She did not.
During the May 8, 2017 recorded call from the defendant where she was talking about having difficulties due to the lack of life insurance money being paid out and looking for maybe a smaller home, did she ever mention at any point in time off tape that despite the fact that she was claiming she was having money issues, that she had just purchased a new Mustang for $62,000?
No.
You mentioned that both you and your partner, your supervisor, had conversations with MetLife, the carrier of Fabio Sementilli's life insurance policy. Was there ever any question about whether Fabio was an aggressor in his own murder?
Objection calls for speculation.
As formed, sustained.
Was there any conversation that you had with the life insurance company about Fabio, the victim in this case, acting as an aggressor?
Objection calls for speculation. No foundation.
That's overruled.
Not that I'm aware of.
There was no evidence to that effect. Is that correct?
There was none that I saw.
That wasn't the question with respect to the life insurance company. Is that correct?
Correct.
The issue was clearing the 4 beneficiaries. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you and your partner cleared 3 of them, that being Fabio's 3 children. Is that correct?
Correct.
So the only one that was outstanding with respect to your department and clearance for life insurance payout was the defendant.
Yes.
During the May 31st recorded call that we listened to, where Detective Parshall is talking to the defendant about her trip to New York City on the June 9th and then to Toronto and home on June 13th, at that point in time was your division, along with the robbery and homicide division, already making plans to arrest the defendant along with Mr. Baker?
So my understanding is yes. However, I believe I was actually on vacation at the time. I was having conversations with my partner, so I was kept in the loop to some degree, but
You were aware that was,
Then I need to object, motion to strike the answer.
Denied.
you were aware that that was imminent.
yes,
And on June 14th, where we heard the last recorded call between the defendant and your partner, where Detective Parshall indicated that your secretary is typing up a letter to get her by the end of the week for clearance for the life insurance payout. Was that a ruse?
yes.
And what does that mean?
Essentially a story to tell them to, again, put them off a little bit longer, just to put them at ease.
Your Honor, of a photograph of a Ford Expedition. It's titled Robert Baker's Ford Expedition at Sementilli Home, dated March 11th of 2017. May this photograph be marked, please, as People's 53?
Yes.
And I also have a copy of an email exchange between the defendant and Detective Parshall. May it be marked, please, as People's 54?
It may.
Showing you People's 53. Was this a photograph that was sent to you and your partner by Deborah Obad showing Robert Baker's expedition parked in front of the Sementilli home?
Yes.
And was that received on March 11th of 2017?
Yes.
In terms of the conversation in the June 14th recording between the defendant and your partner with respect to the secretary typing up a letter to clear the defendant for insurance payout, did your partner document that conversation in writing?
Yes.
And do you know what we're looking at here in People's 54?
Yes.
And do you recognize this as an email, if we start from the bottom, between the defendant and your partner, Detective Parshall?
Yes.
And does this email chain talk about the letter to MetLife for clearing the defendant for insurance payout?
Yes.
And does this appear to be an email chain that took place between June 7th of 2017 and June 9th of 2017?
It does.
I just have a few last questions to ask you. We talked at the beginning of your testimony last week about various search warrants for phone records, subscriber records, call detail records, with respect to everyone in the Sementilli family, including the victim. Did you and your partner also have conversations with a surveillance unit to conduct surveillance on the two suspects, the defendant along with Robert Baker?
We did.
Okay. And that particular division, is that the Gangs and Narcotics Division?
Yes.
And did you and or your partner obtain search warrants in order to install GPS trackers on the suspect's vehicle, that being the defendant and Robert Baker?
Yes.
And initially, were GPS trackers installed pursuant to warrants on the defendant's black Ford F-150?
Yes.
Also on Jessica Sementilli's red
Fiat that the defendant occasionally drove?
I think Isabella's
Okay.
Fiat.
Thank you. And Robert Baker's black Ford Expedition that we saw in People's 53.
Yes.
In terms of the GPS trackers, did that allow you and your partner to track the travel or and destination from your computers?
Yes.
And is that through some type of software that connects to the GPS trackers?
It's actually a web browser that connects to the data that's being sent by the tracking device.
And does that data also include GPS coordinates,
It does.
longitude and latitude,
Yes.
so you can track to a particular location?
Correct.
And did you also obtain a search warrant for cellular phone pings?
Yes.
What is that?
So your cellular phone hits off of cellular towers, and these phone companies have the ability to basically triangulate your phone's position based on cellular towers. Some phone companies are better than others as far as the information provided, but it can track you down to a particular area and then give you a plus or minus in a number of meters. And sometimes the hits are really good, sometimes they're absolute garbage.
So it's another way in order to track your suspects' travels and locations.
Correct.
And does that also provide through the phone pings GPS location and coordinates?
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time.
Does it include coordinates?
As far as on the phone pings themselves? Yes. Again, it's plus or minus sometimes
Meters.
thousands of meters. Sometimes it's within 9 meters.
And did you do that through AT&T for the defendant's cellular phone and Sprint for Robert Baker's?
Yes.
And again, was that something that the phone pings that provided data that you could review again from your computers at the office?
Correct.
And did you get updated information from the Gangs and Narcotics Division as they were following and surveilling your suspects?
We did.
In addition to that, when you tracked the GPS trackers and the phone pings, did the information that you received appear to be consistent with the summaries of what Gangs and Narcotics was seeing in terms of tracking the defendant and Robert Baker to various bars and nightclubs?
Yes.
Also speculation.
The way the question was formed, that is true.
Did the data that you observed appear to be consistent with information you received from the people who were conducting surveillance?
Same attention.
That's overruled.
It did.
And was that, again, consistent with the data, the defendant and Baker going to various bars and nightclubs night after night?
Yes.
And did those dates cover, let's say, the night of February 19th into the early morning hours of February 20th?
Can I refer to my notes?
Yes.
Okay, what was the date again? I'm sorry?
February 19th into February 20th?
Yes.
February 21st into the early morning hours of February 22nd?
Yes.
February 23rd into the early morning hours of February 24th?
Yes.
February 25th into the early morning hours of February 26th?
Yes.
And after the defendant returned from a trip to Toronto that we heard or discussed in the recordings, March 3rd to March 4th?
Yes.
night.
Good morning.
Is it fair to say that following the results of the DNA comparison, which you said matched the DNA of Robert Baker, that you were convinced that Mr. Baker was one of the killers in the of Fabio Sementilli?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. And did you arrest him?
He was arrested ultimately, yes.
Well, you found out that his DNA matched, I believe, on February 14th, 2017. Is that correct?
Correct.
That was just a couple of weeks after the murder?
Yeah, roughly 3 weeks.
Okay. And how did you obtain those results?
Well, first we obtained the blood swabs from the house and also the Porsche. They were collected, booked as evidence, requested for processing, and ultimately we received the results back. That's how it works.
And at that time, you had sufficient evidence to arrest Mr. Baker. Is that correct?
I guess you could have done it right away, yeah.
Well, you had proof that his blood was among, or perhaps all of the blood that was found at the scene, in the car, at the house, in the rooms, everywhere involving the crime scene and this murder. Is that correct?
Yes.
You had no results, or did you, of a second individual?
As far as DNA results,
Yes.
we did not.
Okay. So everything matched Mr. Baker.
Correct.
It matched no other suspect.
Correct. We knew we had outstanding suspects, though.
So at that point, you could have gone out and arrested Mr. Baker
Sure.
and confronted him with the DNA and any other questions you wish to ask him, if you wish to answer them, obviously.
Sure.
You chose not to.
Absolutely.
Okay. You knew there was a second killer involved in this case, correct?
That's correct.
And I assume, obviously, your investigation was focused on finding the second killer as well as Mr. Baker, correct?
Yes.
And between the date of January 17th or 18th until the DNA results came in, from the day of the murder until the DNA results came in, this was an investigation in which you had no idea at that point who the killers might be, correct?
Correct.
And you had no suspicion involving Monica Sementilli.
No.
At some point, when the DNA results came back for Mr. Baker, did you go to Miss Sementilli and tell her that we had discovered that the killer, or one of the killers in this case, was Robert Baker?
No.
And the reason you didn't do that is you had some belief that perhaps Miss Sementilli was having some kind of relationship, affair, if you will, with Mr. Baker. Is that correct?
Well, no, not really. It wasn't until, I believe, the interview on February 21st of 2017 that there was any inclination that there was an affair happening that I'm aware of. I think that was the first that I knew about something maybe going on.
And that was based on?
Well, when we interviewed Miss Sementilli, and Jessica was also there, Jessica was the one that told us that Mr. Baker had slept over. She also denied that Baker was ever at the residence, so there was some questions there.
There were some questions there.
Yeah.
And at that point, you could have confronted her, obviously, with that evidence and asked her to explain, correct?
I mean, there was some effort to make some questions.
Well, I mean, did you ever confront her and say, were you having an affair with Robert Baker?
No.
You asked her if she knew the name of Baker, and she said she thought the name was Robert Baker, correct?
Correct.
And at a later interview with her, she volunteered to you, or in response to a question, that he was the racquetball coach where she played racquetball at LA Fitness. Is that correct?
I think it was all around the same time, yes.
Okay. She gave you what you believe was the name, which was, in fact, the correct name, Robert Baker. And
Yes.
she told you he was a racquetball coach at LA Fitness. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So again, you said at the beginning you had no suspicion about Mrs. Sementilli being involved with Mr. Baker in any way.
Up until that point, no.
Okay. So how much time had passed between the date that you received the DNA results matching Mr. Baker with the blood at the scene and in the car until you received some information, whether it was from Jessica or someone else, that Mr. Baker had been over the house or there'd been some contact with him?
I'm sorry, the date from the DNA hit to the date that we were pretty much advised of there was something going on?
Right, and you said that was based on some conversations with Jessica about
Right.
him having slept over and so forth.
Yeah, I guess it was roughly 7 days a week, somewhere around there.
Okay. And during that time, why didn't you tell Mrs. Sementilli that the DNA results had come back to match a Robert Baker?
Because it's my responsibility and my partner's responsibility to work this case. So we have a duty to not only figure out who one person is, but to figure out who the second suspect is and if anything else is going on.
Okay. So the second suspect, obviously, you were aware of was the second killer. Is that correct?
Well, what we had a video showing two people running towards the residence. We had a
Correct.
video showing the Porsche leaving with two individuals in the Porsche, and that's what we had.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your investigation initially, when you were there the first day, you had no preconceived ideas as to what had happened here other than tragically one individual had been brutally killed, correct?
Correct.
All right. And then you ended up viewing a video tape of somebody or two individuals jogging up Victoria Street from Oakdale. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the person who notified you or supplied you with the information that there might be videotape was Monica Sementilli, correct?
I don't believe she was the only person that told us about videotape. I mean, there's cameras right when you turn that corner. It's very easy to see.
I understand.
So it didn't require someone to tell us necessarily that there was videotape at the corner.
But she did tell you.
Okay.
Is that right?
I believe
You
so.
recall, and she gave you the name of the.
Yeah.
She mentioned it's the Homeowners Association, and she said she thought there were video cameras somewhere around the scene of the murder. Correct?
I'll agree with you. Yeah.
And she gave you the name of some Leslie Hamilton, and even a phone number and so forth to contact. Is
Yes.
that right?
Correct.
So she was providing you with information about cameras that perhaps had videoed or caught the two suspects coming up the street, correct?
Sure. Yes.
And you eventually did obtain those videos, correct?
Yes.
And how did you do that?
There was a residence that was right there that had access to those videos, and they were recovered.
And you know how long that took?
It was that night. We had copies of it.
And were able to view them?
Yes.
Okay. And we've seen the video of those two individuals jogging up the street, correct?
I think the only thing I've seen in court here was a still image of it.
Okay. But there was a video of that as well.
Oh, yes.
And that video showed the individuals, when you adjust for time, and no one's questioning the times that you've given us after the adjustments. It was about 4:18 in the afternoon that you first see the two persons jogging up the street, correct?
I believe you're correct, yes.
All right. And how far approximately would it have been, if you know, from where they were first seen on the corner there to arrive at the home of Sementilli?
20, 30 seconds, I would say.
Okay. And then at some point, obviously, they had to enter the location.
Correct.
Now, in your investigation, either initially at the scene or sometime thereafter, were you able to determine, or at least in your mind, what route the two individuals had taken in order to get to Fabio Sementilli in the backyard or patio?
Not exactly.
At some point, you believe that they had gone around the back and got him from behind. Is that correct?
That was the most likely scenario, yes.
Okay. And did you at all calculate about how long it would have taken for two individuals jogging up to have taken that route and confronted Fabio Sementilli?
I mean, if they did it without any kind of waiting, I would assume it would be very quick.
Okay.
I didn't run it myself to judge.
Now, can you tell us what time it was again that the video caught the Porsche vehicle leaving the residence?
I can look at my notes if you'd like.
If you would, please.
The time the Porsche leaves,
Yes.
correct? 16:53 hours.
That'd be 4:53 in the afternoon.
Yes.
And we know the 911 call was made about 5 o'clock, is that right? Or a few minutes before, do you know?
Roughly, Isabella got home about a minute later, so the 911 call went out quickly after that, yes.
And when you say she got in a minute later, can you place a time on that?
Well, on the camera, you can see the vehicle arrive at 4:54, so 1 minute later. So with time to get out of the vehicle, walk into the house, I mean, it's fairly quick after that.
So 1 minute after the two killers leave the location, Isabella Sementilli arrives at the house. Is that correct?
Correct.
That gave the killers about a minute to escape, correct?
Correct.
And Monica Sementilli arrived shortly thereafter, say 5 o'clock, is that correct?
I have it on the video at 5:03.
Okay. So, based on what you've previously told us, without any further information, the killers would have had how much time to travel from the front location or coming up the street in the back in order to commit the killing, the murder?
So from the time they are seen on video running around the corner to the time the Porsche is seen driving away, we have, let's see here, 35 minutes, if I'm doing my math correctly.
But you had some additional information regarding a time when Fabio Sementilli was still alive during that period. Is that right?
Correct.
You had information that he had placed a phone call to his company at 4:46 in the afternoon. Isn't that correct?
I'm not sure of the time. I don't think that sounds correct. I thought it was prior to. Do you have something you can show me? That would help out. But I believe it was prior
Well,
to.
you don't have that?
4:30. I don't. Sorry, I don't.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Karen Garza, for certified 5 ID number 300436.
Thank you.
You could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now taken before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God.
Yes.
Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness stand.
There's a seat for the interpreter if you wish.
Pardon me, Your Honor?
You can have a seat as well if you wish, or you can stand.
No, I'd rather be standing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And for the record, state spelling first and last name, please.
Para el acto, ¿puede dar su nombre? Échame nombre y apellido, por favor.
Delia Rivera Pacheco.
Delia Rivera Pacheco. ¿Lo puede deletrear?
D-E-L-I-A Rivera R-I-A R-I-B-E-R-A
Pacheco.
P-A-C-H-E-C-O.
D-E-L-I-A-R-I-V Victor E-R-A P-A-C-H-E-C-O.
you, and you may proceed.
Gracias. Puede proceder.
Good morning, Ms. Rivera.
Buenos días, señor Rivera.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Ready? Okay. Back in 2017, that time frame, where were you employed?
En el 2017, en ese periodo de tiempo, ¿dónde estaba trabajando?
Trabajé en la residencia, limpiando casas, en la residencia de la familia Sementilli.
I was working at the residence. I was working cleaning houses at the Sementilli residence.
Okay, and the person sitting over here in the blue jacket with the ponytail at defense table over here, do you recognize her?
¿Usted reconoce aquí a la señora que está sentada de cola de caballo en la
Sí.
mesa de la defensa? Yes.
Who is that?
¿Quién es?
Monica Sementilli.
Monica Sementilli.
Identify the defendant.
Was she one of the employers that you had during the year of
¿Ella era
2017?
una de las personas con las que trabajábamos en el 2017?
Sí.
Yes.
If I may mark as People's 13, a photograph
Ahora le voy a mostrar la
of
foto
an individual, a
de
male.
ese individuo.
Do you recognize him?
¿Lo reconoce?
Sí.
Yes.
Who is that?
¿Quién es?
Fabio Sementilli.
Fabio Sementilli.
Was he also your employer with the defendant Monica Sementilli?
También su empleador con la acusada
Sí.
de Sementilli. Yes.
What did you do for the Sementillis? What was your job?
¿Cuál era su trabajo con los Sementillis? ¿De qué trabajaba?
Limpiaba la casa.
I used to clean the house.
Did you clean other houses during that time frame?
¿Usted limpiaba otras casas durante ese periodo de tiempo?
Sí.
Yes.
And how many other houses?
¿Cuántas otras casas?
En esa área limpiaba 6 casas.
In that area, I was cleaning 6 houses.
When you say that area, is it the area of Queen Victoria Road in Woodland Hills?
Cuando dice esa área, habla de la calle Queen Victoria Road in Woodland Hills.
En el área.
Yes, in that area.
Did you
Yes.
clean friends' houses of the
¿Y
Sementillis?
usted limpiaba casas de amigos de los Sementillis?
No.
No.
How often did you clean their house, the Sementillis?
¿Qué tan seguido limpiaba las casas de los Sementillis?
Cada 2 semanas.
Every 2 weeks.
Okay, so every 2 weeks you came to the house and then just did standard cleaning, like
Venía a la casa, limpiaba
floors, kitchens, bedrooms, things of that nature?
la cocina, recámaras, cosas así.
Sí.
Yes.
How long, as of January 2017, how long had you been working for the Sementillis cleaning their house?
Enero del 2017. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevaba limpiando la casa de los Sementillis?
2 años y medio.
2.5 years.
Putting up Exhibit 11, do you recognize
En el
that individual?
2011, ¿usted reconoce a ese individuo? Ese individuo.
Sí.
Yes.
And who is that?
¿Quién es?
Jessica
Jessica.
Hey, and
Sementilli.
was she part of the
Sementilli.
family?
¿Y ella es de la familia?
Sí.
Yes.
One of the daughters?
Una de las hijas.
Sí.
Yes.
And then People's 12, do you recognize her?
¿La reconoce?
Sí.
Yes.
And who is that?
¿Quién es?
Isabela.
Isabela.
And that was another daughter?
Otra hija.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, would you say that you were close friends with the family?
¿Usted puede decir que era como cercana a la familia? ¿Como amiga cercana?
No.
No.
Okay. Everything, did they treat you nice?
¿La trataban bien?
Sí.
Yes.
Good employers?
Eran buenos empleadores.
Sí.
Yes.
Showing you
Ahora le voy a mostrar
Exhibit 9, page 9.
el documento 9, la página 9.
Is that the house that you cleaned for
¿Esa es
them?
la casa que usted les limpiaba?
Sí.
Yes.
Now you said you came
Usted
every
dice
other week or
que
once every
usted
2 weeks,
venía
correct?
cada 2 semanas. Cada
Sí.
semana. Yes.
Did you always come on the same
¿Usted
day?
llegaba siempre el mismo día?
Sí.
Yes.
And what day was that?
¿Qué día era?
Lunes.
Monday.
What time did you clean from on Mondays?
Limpiaba los lunes.
8 de la mañana.
8 in the morning.
Until what
¿Hasta-
time
¿Hasta qué
approximately?
hora aproximadamente?
Aproximadamente de 2:15 a 2:30.
Approximately from 2:15 to 2:30.
And was it the same hours
Yeah,
then?
las mismas
On the
horas.
Mondays when you came?
Los lunes.
Was it
cuando
always
iba.
8 to about 2?
Siempre era de 8 a 2, más o menos.
Más o menos.
More or less. Un segundo.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. Okay, so on the morning that I want to talk to you about, that there's a gate in front of the house right there.
En la mañana
Right.
que vamos a hablar. Hay un portón ahí, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
When you would come on those Mondays,
Cuando usted venía
was the gate usually open or was it
el
closed?
portón estaba abierto o cerrado?
Abierto.
Open.
And how did you get into the house? Did you have a key to their
¿Cómo
house?
llegaba? ¿Cómo entraba a la casa? ¿Tenía llave para la casa?
Yo tenía llave,
I had a key,
pero ese día en especial no la usé. Me abrió Mónica.
but that day, especially that day, I didn't open the door with the key. Monica opened the door for me.
Okay, so the door was opened by Monica, and then when you left, how did you leave? Did you go out through the front door?
Y cuando salió, se salió por la puerta de enfrente.
Sí.
Yes.
And normally,
Y
when you left,
normalmente,
did you lock
cuando
the
se
front
iba,
door when you would leave?
¿Usted cerraba con llave la puerta de enfrente cuando se iba?
Normalmente ella me llevaba a la parada del bus.
She would normally take me to the bus stop.
Who would take you?
¿Quién la llevaba?
Mónica Sementilli.
Monica Sementilli
Would take you to the bus stop.
la llevaba a la parada del autobús.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask if you recognize another
Le voy
individual.
a ver si usted reconoce a otro individuo, otra
My
persona.
name Marcus equals 14.
Es la
Get this out of the way. Do you recognize?
Sorry, what is it? Just
I'm
our
sorry.
counsel.
14 is a photograph
La 14
of
es
a
una
male
fotografía
individual
de un
So marked.
with
hombre
the name Robert Louis Baker.
de nombre Robert Louis Baker.
Do you recognize him?
¿Usted lo reconoce?
No.
No.
So you'd never seen him at the house
¿Usted
or
nunca
around the house?
lo había visto en la casa o alrededor de la casa?
No.
No.
Okay. I'll show you a couple photos here.
Le voy a mostrar un par de fotografías.
I may mark his people's 15.
Y voy a poner el documento 15 de la
And that is a photograph of a bedroom with a bed in it.
de una cámara.
People's 15, and it's labeled on the left. Do you recognize that room? I'm just going to orient you to the house.
Es, ¿en qué orientación está la casa? ¿La conoce? I do not remember.
I'm sorry.
I do not remember.
Okay, so you don't recognize. Did you ever go clean the girls' bedrooms, Isabella and Jessica's?
¿Limpiaba las recámaras de las niñas Isabela y Jessica?
Sí.
Yes.
Does that refresh your memory? Does that look like one of the bedrooms that you
Esa
cleaned?
Parece una de las recámaras que limpiaba.
No estoy muy segura.
I'm not quite sure.
That's okay.
Está bien.
The master bedroom. Do you recognize the master bedroom?
¿Y la recámara principal la reconoce?
This, if I may mark people 16,
Again, what is it, please?
it's a photograph of a bed with a green comforter and some shutters.
All right.
Cama con un sobrecama verde y unas persianas.
Sí.
Yes.
Do you recognize that room?
¿Reconoce esas? Yes.
Okay, is that the master bedroom?
Esa es la cámara principal.
Sí.
Yes.
On the right-hand side, there's some
En el lado
shutters or some
derecho
doors.
hay unas
And you can see them in the left photograph. Does that lead to the outside?
Los ven fotografía, ¿eso lleva la parte de afuera?
Sí.
Yes.
Typically, when you were there every other Monday, were those doors open or were they closed?
¿Estaban abiertas o cerradas?
Cerradas.
Closed.
Do you know if those doors,
¿Usted
like
sabe
behind
si
that,
esas puertas
those doors, do they lock?
tienen seguro?
A veces tenían seguro.
Sometimes they were locked.
Sometimes the doors were locked. Does that mean sometimes they were obviously unlocked?
Algunas veces estaban cerradas con seguro y a veces no.
Lo que pasa es que en una vez yo limpiaba las persianas y es cuando me daba cuenta si estaban abiertas o cerradas.
What happens is that whenever I have to clean them once, I would know whether they were locked or not.
La siguiente vez no las limpiaba o no las tocaba para
And the
nada.
next time I will not clean them, so I will not touch them.
Do you remember then back on the day that Fabio died, January 23rd, 2017? Do you remember cleaning the house that day?
¿Usted se acuerda haber limpiado la casa ese día?
La casa la limpié, las persianas no.
Oh, I cleaned the house, but not the blinds.
So
The shutters.
do you recall then, when you say blinds, do you mean those doors?
¿Esas puertas?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you recall or do you know if those doors were locked or unlocked?
¿Estaban cerradas o estaban cerradas con seguro o no?
No sé. Porque
No,
no las toqué.
I don't know because I didn't touch them.
Okay. Were they closed like this in the photograph?
¿En esa fotografía sí estaban cerradas?
No recuerdo.
I don't remember.
That's okay. All
Está
right.
bien.
From the master bedroom, if I can mark as people 17, it's a bathroom.
El documento 17 está en
Marking people 17, this bathroom right here.
baño aquí, en el 17.
Do you know where that bathroom is?
¿Sabe cuál es ese baño?
Es el baño de Isabela.
That is Isabella's bathroom.
Does it connect to another room?
Y está conectado a otro cuarto.
Sí.
Yes.
What room does it connect to?
¿A cuál recámara está conectado?
No a la principal, a la siguiente.
Not to the master's bedroom, to the next.
If I may mark people's 18, a bedroom with a closet depicted in it.
Very good.
People's 18, is this where the bathroom connected?
¿Esa es a la recámara con la cual estaba conectado el baño?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you know whose room this is?
¿Usted sabe de quién es este cuarto?
Fabio.
Fabio.
But this is not the master bedroom, correct?
Pero no es la recámara principal.
No.
No.
So the day of January 23rd, 2017, I want to walk you through that.
Vamos a repasar.
Do you know what time you arrived at the Sementilli residence?
¿A qué hora llegó a la residencia de los Sementilli?
8 de la mañana.
8 in the morning.
Okay, and how did you get there?
¿Y cómo llegó ahí?
Mi hija me llevó.
My daughter took me there.
Who's your daughter? What's
¿Quién
her
es su
name?
hija? ¿Cuál es su nombre?
Paula.
Paula.
Do you remember what kind of car Paula drove? Sorry.
¿Qué auto manejaba Paula?
Era un Honda Accord 2008.
2008 Honda Accord.
If I may show a
Le
video.
voy a mostrar un video.
Are you aware that the Sementilli residence had
Que la casa de los Sementilli
surveillance cameras?
tenía cámaras de vigilancia.
Sí.
Yes.
And I'll get into that in a bit. Are you aware of any other surveillance cameras in the neighborhood? Were you aware that the neighborhood had surveillance
Sí, el
cameras?
vecindario tenía esas cámaras de vigilancia.
No sé.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to show you a video and see if
Le
you
voy a
recognize,
mostrar un video.
Mark?
if I may mark it.
Reconoce.
Sorry.
19.
Yes, thank you.
19.
And if it doesn't work, then we'll just see. would it work? I mean,
Well, we're supposed to do it as break anyway.
okay, yeah. When we broke up, I was just asking a couple of questions about those master bedroom shutters. Exhibit 7, page 76. I'll come back to the video. That photograph is from the patio looking into the master bedroom. Is that correct? Or the outside looking in?
Yes.
Now, in that photograph, the shutters appear or are open, and there's a sliding door. When you left the day of the 23rd of 2017 after you finished cleaning, do you know, if you recall, if those shutters were open or closed?
I do not remember.
Okay. Where I left off, your arrival, I believe I asked the court if I may mark as People's 19 a video. I'm going to play you just a quick snippet video. And if you'll watch the next car coming down the road. That's really fast. Was that the car that you arrived in that morning then?
I think so.
Do you need to see it again?
No, necesita ver otra vez?
Why is it so fast?
Yes, please.
Let's see if we can slow it, if we can. If not.
Oh, that was too fast.
We have technical experts here.
Do you have a screenshot?
Yeah, right here. Okay, that car's circled. Is that you arriving?
Sí, claro. ¿Ese de usted llegando?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. That's your daughter driving you to work, you said?
Es cuando su hija la llevaba a trabajar, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and then you testified earlier. Do you believe it was around 8:05 in the left corner? Does that appear as the accurate time when you came to work?
Es la hora a la que llegó a trabajar.
Does 8:05 seem like the correct time?
¿Es la hora correcta? 8:05?
No recuerdo.
I don't remember.
What time did you normally arrive?
¿A qué hora?
Normalmente era a las 8.
It would normally be at 8.
Okay.
Okay.
And then that road that you're turning off of, do you know what that road is off the top of your mind?
¿Se acuerda cuál es el nombre de la calle de donde dieron la vuelta?
Esta es Oakdale.
¿Qué dijo?
Oakdale.
That is Oakdale.
Oakdale, and then what street are you turning onto?
¿Y en qué calle? ¿A qué calle estaban dando vuelta?
Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria.
Okay, and then after you turn right here, how far is the house from when you turn this corner right here?
¿Qué tan lejos estaba la casa de donde ustedes dieron la vuelta? ¿Qué tan lejos?
Dos casas.
Two houses
Okay, thank
away.
you. All right, thank you.
Gracias.
I may mark as People's 20 still shot of the video that was just shown
Very well.
in court. Okay, and again, People's 20, do you recognize the car that you're dropped off sometime around 8 o'clock? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you got to the location that morning, you said Monica let you in. Was Fabio home when you got there?
Mónica le llegó. ¿Fabio estaba esa mañana ahí?
Sí.
Yes.
Who else was home?
¿Quién más estaba en la casa?
Jessica.
Jessica.
What about the other daughter, Isabella? Did you see
¿Y la
her?
otra hija, Isabela, la vio?
No estaba.
She was not there.
When you saw Fabio, when you got there a little after 8, what was he doing?
De las 8, ¿qué estaba haciendo él?
Cuando yo entré,
When
yo no lo miré,
When I got there, I didn't see him,
pero lo escuché que estaba en la cocina.
but I heard he was in the kitchen.
Normalmente él se está preparando su café.
He would normally be preparing his coffee.
You didn't see him, but you heard him.
Usted no lo vio, pero lo escuchó.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, tell us what you began to do then.
Dígame qué es lo que empezó a hacer.
Fui al garage por mis cosas para empezar a trabajar en el cuarto principal.
I went to the garage to get my things in order to start working in the master bedroom.
Did you keep cleaning supplies in the garage?
Y en el garage guardaba todos sus implementos de limpieza.
Sí.
Yes.
And then what did you do after that?
¿Qué hizo después de eso?
Después del cuarto principal, el siguiente cuarto, que es el donde se quedaba Fabio.
After the master bedroom, I went to the bedroom where Fabio used to stay.
So, are you saying that you went to clean the master bedroom first?
Primero fue a limpiar la recámara principal.
Sí.
Yes.
Do you know where Fabio was at that time?
¿Usted sabe dónde estaba Fabio en ese momento?
Como está retirado de la cocina, él seguía en la cocina. Yo ya no fui para la cocina. Yo no lo miré ya.
It is far from the bedroom, so he was in the kitchen, so I didn't see him again.
Did you see Monica again?
¿Usted vio a Mónica otra vez?
Ella andaba ahí alrededor.
She was there. She was around.
Okay. Did you notice anything unusual that day at all?
¿Vio algo inusual ese día?
No.
No.
Okay. At some point,
En algún momento,
did the defendant, Mrs. Sementilli, and
acusaba a la señora
leave the
Sementilli.
residence?
Se fue de la residencia, salió.
Sí.
Yes.
What do you remember?
¿De qué es de lo que se acuerda?
Recuerdo que salió ella y su hija Jessica.
I remember that she and her daughter Jessica left.
Do you know where they were going? Did they tell you?
¿Se acuerda a dónde fueron? ¿Le dijeron?
No me dijeron, pero estaban vestidas con ropa deportiva.
They didn't tell me, but they were wearing sports clothes.
Okay, like for exercise?
Como para ejercicio.
Sí.
Yes.
Did you know them to belong to a gym?
¿Sabe si pertenecían a un gimnasio?
No.
No.
Did you see Fabio
¿Usted
leave at any
vio
time?
a Fabio que saliera en ese momento?
En ese momento yo no lo miré que saliera.
I didn't see him leaving at that moment.
Supe que no estaba porque Mónica, cuando se iba a ir, ella me dijo que ahí me dejaba mi cheque y que tal vez regresaba su esposo para llevarme a la parada del bus.
I knew that he was going to leave. Monica left me my check, and then she said that her husband was going to take me to the bus stop.
Okay.
Okay.
So, did you ever know before you were done working if Fabio left the house
De trabajar.
at any point?
¿Usted sabe si Fabio salió en algún momento?
No sé si él salió, porque cuando yo bajé de limpiar la recámara de Jessica, es en el segundo piso.
I don't know if he left, because when I went down after I cleaned Jessica's bedroom, that is on the second floor,
Estaba la troca de Fabio y él estaba hablando por teléfono ahí. No sé si llegó o ahí estuvo hablando nada más.
Fabio's truck was there and he was talking on the phone, so I don't know if he had left before or not.
So there's a period of time when you were cleaning that you did not see Fabio, is that
Un
correct?
periodo de tiempo mientras estaba limpiando en donde usted no vio a Fabio, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And during that time you didn't hear Fabio in the
En
house?
ese momento usted no escuchó a Fabio en la casa.
No.
No.
But at some point you
Pero
saw
algún
him in
momento
his
usted
truck
lo
outside?
vio en su camioneta afuera, en su troca.
Sí, cuando bajé de limpiar la recámara de Jessica.
Yes, when I went down from cleaning Jessica's bedroom.
And you said he was talking on his phone?
Y dice que estaba hablando en su teléfono.
Sí,
Ah,
en la
yes.
troca.
In the
En
truck.
la troca.
In the truck.
Could you hear anything he was saying?
¿Podía escuchar algo que decía él?
No,
No.
solo lo miré por la ventana.
I just saw him through the window.
Did you or were you there when the defendant and
Cuando la acusada
her daughter
y su
returned
hija
home?
regresaron a su casa. ¿Estaba usted ahí?
Sí,
Yes.
Do you know what time
¿Usted
that was?
sabe a qué hora fue?
yo pienso que como 12:30,
I think it was about 12:30.
de 12:30 a 1.
From 12:30 to 1.
So during that time frame, now where are you?
Ese tiempo, ¿dónde está usted?
Estaba empezando a limpiar la cocina.
I was starting cleaning the kitchen.
Okay, can you tell us then who's in the kitchen and what's happening?
Entonces, ¿me puede decir quién estaba en la cocina y qué estaba sucediendo?
En la cocina estaba Fabio.
Fabio wa-
Después de que dejó de hablar por teléfono, él entró por la puerta del garaje.
in the kitchen. Fabio was in the kitchen, and after he finished talking over the phone, he went out through the garage
A la cocina.
To the
Hacia
kitchen.
la cocina.
to the kitchen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A ver, perdón, es que
Entró por el garage
he entered through the garage,
y de garage hay una puerta a la cocina.
and from the garage there is a kitchen that goes into. There's the door that goes into the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
What did he do in the kitchen?
¿Qué hizo en la cocina?
Él empezó a calentar comida.
He started heating food.
Was Monica and the daughter in the kitchen at that time?
Mónica y la hija
Todavía
estaban
no
en-
llegaban ellas.
Espere, espere. Deje que acabe. No, they were not there yet.
They weren't back yet?
Todavía no llegaban.
Cuando él estaba calentando la comida, ellas todavía no llegaban.
When he was heating the food, they had not arrived yet.
Okay, and then what happened?
¿Y después qué pasó?
Y llegaron unos minutos después.
They got there some minutes later.
What happened next?
¿Qué pasó después?
Fueron a la cocina también
They also went to the kitchen.
y ya estaba la comida caliente. Ellas comieron un poquito con él.
The food was hot, warm, so they ate a little bit with him.
And then what
¿Y
happened?
después qué pasó?
Y yo ya estoy limpiando la cocina.
I kept
Y-
cleaning the kitchen.
Ellos terminaron de comer. Fabio se salió al patio con su computadora. Jessica se fue a su recámara y Mónica a la sala.
So when they finished eating, Fabio went to the yard, to the patio with his computer. Jessica went to her bedroom, and Monica, I don't know Monica,
A la sala.
to the living room.
Exhibit 9, page 21. Is that the patio you're talking
¿Es el
about?
patio del cual está hablando?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you often see on the Mondays when you came
Los lunes cuando venía,
Fabio sitting on that
¿usted
patio?
veía que Fabio se sentaba en ese patio?
Sí.
Yes.
Did he appear to be working out there?
¿Parecía estar trabajando ahí?
Sí.
Yes.
Computadora.
Was there
his
any-
in his computer.
On his computer?
En su computadora.
Sí.
Yes.
Was there any particular chair or place that he sat?
¿Había una silla o en algún lugar en donde se sentaba en particular?
Sí.
Yes.
And which seat did he sit in?
¿En
Typically.
qué asiento se sentaba?
Él se sentaba cerca a la alberca mirando para la televisión.
He would sit close to the pool, watching the TV.
Close to the pool.
Interpreter's correction, facing the TV. ¿Y qué? Dijo cerca de la alberca.
Sí.
Yes.
There's two chairs here. Did he sit in one of these chairs most of the
Dos
time?
sillas. ¿Se sentaba en esas dos sillas la mayor parte del tiempo?
Sí.
Yes.
Which one?
¿En cuál?
Una con otra.
No lo oí, ¿qué?
En esta.
This one.
Esto es-
A ver, podemos señalarlo
I just sit here.
There's a there's a pointer
Hay un
right in front of you.
señalador que está enfrente de usted. This one?
Yes, and you can extend it,
Lo puede extender.
and then turn around behind
Ahora,
you. There's a
voltese.
screen,
Hay una pantalla atrás de usted. Voltese.
and if you could point to
Y
it.
puede señalarla. Okay.
Okay, and so the chair,
Entonces,
you pointed to a chair that's closest to the kitchen door. Is that correct?
Puerta de la
The
cocina.
door
¿correcto?
leading into the house.
La puerta que da a la casa. Sí. Yes.
Okay. So in the times that you worked there on Monday, you would see
Los días
Fabio
que
sitting
trabajaba,
outside
usted veía que Fabio se estaba sentado
in that
afuera,
chair
y en
facing
esa
towards
silla
the house. Is
miraba
that
hacia
correct?
la
And the
casa,
TV?
¿correcto? Y con la televisión.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened next then? He's on the patio. What happened with the defendant and her daughter?
¿Qué pasó entre la acusada y su hija?
Cuando Fabio estaba afuera.
When Fabio was outside.
Yes.
Sí.
Oh,
Oh.
Es cuando Mónica se fue a la sala y Jessica a su recámara.
That is when Monica went to the living room and Jessica went to her bedroom.
And what did the defendant do in the living room?
¿Y qué hizo el acusado en la sala?
Ella estaba con su celular.
She was on her cellular.
Was she talking on her
¿Estaba
cellular?
hablando en el celular?
Pienso que estaba texteando porque me tapaba un sillón. Yo no la escuché hablar.
I
Solo
think
miré.
that she was texting because she was there was a sofa that or seat that was blocking me, but I didn't hear her talking.
You didn't hear talking, but you saw her texting?
Usted no la escuchó hablar, pero la vio que estaba texteando.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Now, one question I wanted to ask you.
En lo que se me olvidó
You had
preguntarle,
cleaned there, you said every other Monday.
Cuando dice
When you
que
came on
cuando
Mondays to clean,
Sí.
was Fabio
cuando
usually
iba los
working from home?
lunes, Fabio por lo general trabajaba desde su casa.
Sí.
Yes.
So, going back the Mondays before you had come,
Regresamos a los lunes.
but prior to January 23rd, 2017, was Fabio working from home those previous Mondays when you were there?
Trabajaba desde su casa los lunes anteriores que usted había ido a trabajar.
Sí.
Yes.
3 lunes anteriores.
Mhm.
3 lunes anteriores él estuvo trabajando desde casa.
The 3 previous Mondays, he was working from home.
The 3 previous Mondays to
Los-
January 23rd, 2017, he was working
Antes
from
del
home.
23 del 2017, él estaba trabajando desde la casa.
Sí. Entraba y salía.
Yes, he would come and go.
So the 3 previous,
Los
and then the January date,
lunes.
those, all of
En
those
enero.
Mondays, those 4
Esos
Mondays, did he work on the
4
patio?
lunes, ¿Estaba trabajando en el patio?
Sí.
Yes.
Same chair, same direction he was facing?
misma silla, la misma dirección.
La misma silla.
The same chair.
Okay. At some
En
point,
algún momento,
did you finish
usted terminó
cleaning the house, obviously?
la casa, obviamente.
Sí.
Yes.
Now, if I may, 30 mark, I'm sorry, People's 7, Exhibit 29. This is a photo. Is that the kitchen?
Ahora, el documento 729. ¿Esa es la cocina?
Sí.
Yes.
Now, in that kitchen, there appears to be a monitor in the upper left photograph, like a screen or a computer monitor. Do you recall that being in the house?
Usted estaba en una computadora o un monitor. ¿Se acuerda que estaba en la casa?
Sí.
Yes.
Was that monitor ever on where you could actually see things on that monitor?
¿Ese monitor estaba prendido donde usted podía ver cosas?
Sí.
Yes.
And what could you see?
¿Y qué podía ver?
Era cuatro cámaras. Eran 4 cuadritos.
There were 4 cameras, 4 squares.
4 different camera. And
diferentes
You don't have to say
direcciones.
specifically, but what areas of the house?
In different directions. Okay. Can you please repeat that?
Yes. The camera, it was
cámara
visuals of camera angles, is that
Eran
correct?
diferentes ángulos de la cámara, visuales de la cámara, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Did it show
Mostraba
screens of inside the house
pantallas
camera
adentro
footage
de
or
la
outside the house?
de imágenes adentro o fuera de la casa.
Fuera de la casa.
Outside the home.
Did you see any,
Usted
did you see
vio
a camera
Una cámara
on that screen that
en
covered
esa
the patio area
pantalla
where
que
Fabio sat?
cubría el área del patio donde se sentaba Fabio.
No recuerdo.
I do not remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you recall if it showed the front of the house?
¿Sabía si estaba la imagen de enfrente de la casa?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you know anything about
¿Sabe
the
algo
surveillance
acerca
equipment at
del
the Sementilli house,
de
aside
vigilancia
from this
en la
monitor and what
casa
you can
de
see
los
on it?
Sementilli, aparte del monitor que ve aquí?
No.
No.
Were you there when any of
¿Usted
the
estaba
cameras were
ahí
installed?
cuando se instalaron alguna de las cámaras?
No.
No.
Recuerdo. No recuerdo.
I don't remember. I do not remember.
Do you know where the
Usted sabe
DVR box was that backed
que
up
los-
all these cameras?
Could you please repeat the question for the
Yes. Do
interpreter?
you know where the DVR box
¿Usted sabe dónde está
was that
la
backed
caja
up all
del
the
DVR
surveillance
en donde
cameras?
guardaba toda la vigilancia de las cámaras?
Me imagino que en el garage.
I think it was in the garage.
Do you know where it was in the garage?
¿Sabe qué estaba en el garage?
No sé exactamente. Lo que pasa, una vez no se miraba en una de las pantallas, eran 4 cuadros, no se miraba en uno y Mónica salió al garage y luego ya se miró aquí.
I don't know how it was, but one day there was a square that didn't have any footage. So Monica went to the garage and then it just appeared
Y
here.
entró y me dijo que ya lo arregló.
And she came in and she told me that she had fixed it.
Okay. Exhibit 7,
En el documento 7,
page 19.
página
Is this
19,
the Sementilli garage?
es el garage de los Sementilli.
Sí.
Yes.
Is that where you saw Monica go to fix
Es
the
donde
video screen that was blank?
Que Mónica fue a arreglar la pantalla del monitor que estaba en blanco.
Sí.
Yes.
Now, looking at the garage, does it
Viendo
refresh your memory at
el
all where
garage.
that DVR
¿Se
box?
acuerda entonces
Had been
la
stored?
casa del DVR? ¿No lo guardaban?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
As far as cleaning the house,
En
just
cuanto a
briefly,
limpiar la casa,
did you
brevemente,
clean the floors?
¿usted limpiaba los pisos?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you clean all the countertops in the kitchen?
¿Y usted limpiaba todos los muebles de la cocina?
Sí.
Yes.
And you cleaned the bedrooms?
¿Limpiaba las recámaras?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, Exhibit 7,
En el documento 7,
page 40. There's some
Página
items in the
40.
sink
Hay
with some
algunos
markers on them.
artículos
It looks like a
en-
vinegar bottle with a 20 on it
en-
and
Sí. Hay una botella de vinagre.
did you have
en
that
el
out or
fregadero.
use that day?
¿Usted lo había usado ese día?
No.
No.
When you left the house
Cuando
around, I
usted
believe it
salió
said 2,
de la
2:30,
casa como a las 2:30.
had you ever seen that
¿Alguna
vinegar
vez
bottle that day?
había visto ese video, esa imagen, esa botella ahí?
No.
No.
What about the blue rag in there?
¿Y el trapo azul?
Tampoco estaba ahí.
It was not there either.
Okay. Exhibit 7,
En el documento 7,
page 30. This photo right here, is this how you left the kitchen when you
¿es
left?
como usted dejó la cocina cuando se salió, cuando se fue?
No.
No.
In the right photograph, there's a mark with an 18 placard and some type of
Número
stain.
18.
Was that there when you left?
Cuando usted se fue de ahí, ¿estaba ahí?
No.
No.
Exhibit 7, page 27.
En el documento 7.
Looking at the
Viendo
floor,
el
there's
piso.
some stains on the floor
Hay algunas
next to a
manchas
placard
en el
marked
piso.
D. Were those
Junto a
stains on
una
the floor
etiqueta
there when
blanca.
you
¿Esas
left?
manchas estaban ahí cuando usted se fue?
No.
No.
Exhibit 7,
En el
page
documento
33.
En el 33.
Again, you'll see a placard with an A. There's some red stains, looks like some footprints.
Y hay unas
Was that on the floor when you left?
cosas, como huellas. ¿Estaban ahí cuando usted se fue?
No.
No.
And in fact, you would clean the floors, right?
De hecho, usted limpiaba los pisos, correcto. Correct.
And another
Y
photo,
después,
Exhibit 7,
otra
26, some
fotografía,
additional
7,
stains on the floor. There's red
Algunas
boxes around them in the
manchas
photograph. Were
y
those
algunas cuadros rojos
stains on the floor when you left
Esas
that day around
manchas
2,
estaban
2:30?
en el piso cuando usted se fue de ahí en el 23.
No.
Enero 23. No.
One moment. When you left, did you leave through the front door?
Cuando usted fue de ahí, salió por la puerta enfrente.
Sí.
Yes.
Exhibit 7, page 47.
En el documento 7
Is this the entryway, meaning there's a front door on the right-hand photograph? Is that the front doors to the house?
puerta en la fotografía del lado derecha? ¿Esa es la puerta del frente de la casa?
Sí.
Yes.
And
¿Y
that door, when you left, did you leave it
cuando
open?
usted salió de ahí, la dejó abierta?
No.
No.
I do have a couple more photos to show you.
No.
Exhibit 738, just some
En el
close-ups.
7,
Again, some
68
stains
hay
around the kitchen sink area.
imágenes de
Were those there when you left?
en el área del fregadero. ¿Estaban ahí cuando usted se fue?
No.
No.
The master bedroom, you
En
cleaned
la
the master bedroom as well. I know we
cámara
talked about the shutters, but did you clean the master bedroom that day?
Limpió la cámara principal ese día. Ya hablamos de las persianas, pero limpió la cámara principal ese día.
Sí.
Yes.
Exhibit 7,
En
page
el
56.
7, página
Do you recognize that
56.
room?
¿Reconoce ese cuarto?
Sí.
Yes.
What is that room?
¿Cuál es ese cuarto?
Esa es la entrada a la recámara principal.
That is the entrance to the main bedroom, master bedroom.
Okay, first of all, you can see a drawer pulled out in the upper left corner on the countertop, the drawer pulled out. Was that how you left it when you left the house?
Cajón abierto. ¿Estaba así el cajón cuando usted salió de la casa?
No.
No.
There's also
También
multiple
hay
items
muchos
on the
objetos
ground.
en
Were
el
those
suelo.
items there when you left?
¿Estaban ahí cuando usted se fue?
No.
No.
Exhibit 7,
En el documento 7.
page 58.
en la
Is that a
foto
different
se ve
angle of the
es
same master
un
bedroom?
ángulo diferente del mismo cuarto principal.
Sí.
Yes.
Directing your attention to the
Ahora
top left
quiero
photograph. There's
que
again items
la
kind
fotografía
of strewn
del
about
objeto.
the floor. Were those
Hay
items there when you
objetos
left?
en el piso. ¿Estaban ahí cuando usted salió de ahí?
No.
No.
And then the bottom right
Y
photograph,
después,
drawers
del lado-
open
del lado derecho.
with various items on the ground. Were those
Hay
items
cajones
there,
abiertos
those drawers
con
open when
objetos.
you left that day?
¿Estos objetos están abiertos cuando usted se fue ese día?
No.
No.
So you testified
Entonces,
earlier, this is the master bedroom, and I showed you a photograph of another bedroom. Did you know what bedroom Fabio slept in?
¿Usted sabe en qué recámara dormía Fabio?
En la cámara siguiente de la principal.
It was the bedroom next to the main master one.
Okay, so he did not sleep in the master bedroom.
Él no dormía en la recámara principal.
No.
No.
And it's this bedroom, is exhibit 18, is that the bedroom you're talking about? That's
¿Es la recámara
Fabio's?
de la cual está hablando? ¿Es la de Fabio?
Sí.
Yes.
Now, during your time working there, did you know that the Sementillis had a safe?
¿Usted sabía que los Sementillis tenían una caja fuerte?
No.
No.
Had you ever seen any currency laying around, such as,
¿Usted había visto
let's start with like Canadian money or
moneda,
foreign money laying about? Had you ever seen that?
dinero canadiense o algo así en el suelo?
No.
No.
And when you left that
Cuando
day,
usted se fue ese día,
you had testified earlier
Usted
that
especificó
Fabio
anteriormente
was going to
que
drive you to the
Fabio
bus stop. Did that happen?
la iba a llevar usted a la parada de autobús. ¿Eso pasó?
No.
No.
Why didn't that happen?
¿Y por qué no sucedió eso?
Mi yerno fue a ver por mí.
My son-in-law picked me up.
Okay. Was
Okay.
Fabio still home when you left?
¿Y Fabio estaba todavía en la casa cuando usted se fue?
Sí.
Yes.
And where was he when you last saw him?
¿Y dónde estaba él cuando usted lo vio por última vez?
En el patio.
In the patio.
Same seat?
¿En el mismo sillón?
Sí.
Yes.
And where was the defendant and her daughter when you left?
¿Y la acusada y su hija dónde estaban cuando usted se fue de ahí?
Mónica seguía en la sala.
Monica was still in the living room.
Estaba hablando por teléfono.
She was-
Ahora sí estaba en el teléfono.
She was talking over the phone. Now she was talking at that time over the phone.
Now she was on the phone. Do you know who she
Ahora-
was talking to?
Estaba en el teléfono. ¿Sabe con quién estaba en el teléfono?
No.
No.
Did you hear her say anything that caught your attention?
¿Ella dijo algo que le llamara la atención?
No.
No.
And then the daughter Jessica, was she still home?
¿Y la hija Jessica todavía estaba en la casa?
A ese momento yo no supe si ella salió o no salió.
At that moment, I didn't know whether she was gone or not.
Did you know anything about Jessica having a babysitting job that day that she needed to leave for?
¿Usted sabía si Jessica tenía que salir a trabajar para hacer babysitting?
No.
Ese día? No.
And then Isabella,
Isabella.
was she ever home that day when you were home?
Cuando ustedes fueron a la casa, ¿Isabela estuvo en la casa ese día?
No.
No.
After you left,
Después de que usted
when
se
did you
fue.
hear that something had happened to
¿Cuándo
Fabio?
fue que usted supo que algo le había pasado a Fabio?
Eso pasó el lunes. Yo supe el miércoles cuando
That-
fui a trabajar con otra clienta ahí cerca.
That happened on Monday. So I knew on Wednesday when I went to work with another client that was nearby.
Did that client tell you?
¿Y esa cliente le dijo?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever, within that week,
¿Y en esa
go
semana
back to that house?
usted regresó a esa casa?
No.
No.
Now, you've been working there 2.5 years. Did you
Usted
continue
lleva
after this working there?
Trabajando 2 años y medio. ¿Usted continuó trabajando después?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you have any conversations with the defendant,
Hubo una
knowing what has
conversación
now happened, if
con
you're
la
going to continue
demandada
cleaning the house?
que sabiendo lo que había pasado, tuvo conversación con ella en cuanto a que usted iba a seguir limpiando la casa?
No. Solamente fui a trabajar y seguí trabajando.
No, I just went there to work and I continued working.
So did you stay on your schedule then in 2 weeks, every other week? So
Usted
2 weeks
tenía-
later you went back at 8 a.m. to clean again, is that
Semanas
correct?
después seguía usted yendo 2 veces a la semana, un día a la semana sí y uno no.
Sí.
Yes.
And was the defendant there when you went back 2 weeks later?
¿Acusada estaba allí cuando usted regresó las 2 semanas después?
A las 2 semanas después no.
Two
No
weeks-
estaba ella. Es cuando estaban haciendo lo del servicio.
No, she was not there. That is when they were doing something about the service.
Se fueron, no sé, creo a Canadá a llevar a Fabio.
I don't know. I think they went to Canada
Okay.
to take Fabio. Interpreter's correction, the memorial, the funeral service.
So you
Yes.
believe they were out of town?
Usted pensaba que estaban fuera de la ciudad.
A mí me llamó una vecina de ella
One of her neighbors called me
y me dijo que cuando fuera a limpiar la casa de Mónica, llegara con ella por una cubeta. que ellos no iban a estar.
And she asked me when I was going to go to clean their house, to go to her house to pick up a bucket because they were not going to be there.
Let me break that down.
A ver.
Clean the neighbor's house, or the client's house, or the Sementilli house?
Que iba a limpiar la casa de la vecina o la casa de los Sementilli.
Que fuera a la casa de la vecina a recoger una cubeta para limpiar la casa de Sementilli.
To go to the neighbor's house to pick up a bucket.
Who told you
To,
that?
to clean Sementilli's house. ¿Quién le dijo?
La vecina.
The
Me
neighbor.
llamó.
She called
Me
me.
llamó.
She called me.
And told you to go to her
Y
house,
le
the
dijo
neighbor's
que
house,
fuera a la casa de la vecina
and pick up a bucket
y que recogiera una cubeta.
Sí,
Yes.
to clean the Sementilli house.
Para limpiar la casa de los Sementilli.
sí,
Yes.
así es.
Why was that?
¿Y por qué fue eso? ¿Para qué?
Para que, ¿qué?
Why was what?
Okay, why would the neighbor call you to come to her house to pick up a bucket? What was it for?
Para ir a su casa para recoger la cubeta.
Your Honor, there's no
¿Para qué?
Por- porque no estaba la cubeta, era la cubeta en la que yo ponía mis-
It's fine. It's fine. You went and got a bucket and you went to the Sementilli house.
Usted fue
How long
a
did-
la casa de la vecina para ver la casa de los Sementilli, para limpiar la casa de los Sementilli. Yes.
Okay, yes. How long did you continue
¿Cuánto
after
tiempo
this,
continuó haciendo esto después
the death of Fabio
de
Sementilli?
la
How long did you continue
muerte
cleaning
de
his house?
Fabio Sementilli? ¿Cuánto tiempo
Objection, Your Honor,
siguió
that's the
usted limpiando la casa?
hasta que arrestaron a Mónica.
Until Monica was arrested.
Was there any conversation that you
Hubo
ever had with the
una
defendant
conversación que usted tuvo
that
con la
she was
acusada
going to
de que
terminate your employment
ella iba a dejar, quitarle el empleo a usted?
No.
prior to the arrest?
Antes del arresto, no.
Okay. No more questions.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, Delia.
Buenos días, Delia. Buenos días. Good morning.
We just met this morning, is
Nos
that right?
acabamos de conocer esta mañana, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And you understand that I
Usted
represent Monica
entiende
Sementilli
que,
along with
que yo represento
some of the other attorneys here, right?
a Monica Sementilli con los otros abogados aquí, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And
Y
since the
desde
murder of Fabio,
el
you
asesinato
have
de
given
Fabio,
or been interviewed
a usted
several
le
times,
entrevistaron
is that
varias
right?
veces, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
and testified
Y
before a grand
testificó
jury. Do you know what
en
that
frente
means?
de un gran jurado. ¿Sabe lo que significa eso?
Sí.
Yes.
And talk to the police
Y usted
officers.
habló con los oficiales de policía.
Sí.
Yes.
And each time you've done your best to tell them
Cada
the truth.
vez
Is that
usted
right?
hizo lo mejor que pudo para decir la verdad, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
You began working for the Sementillis
Empezó a trabajar para los Sementillis.
when? Can you
¿Cuándo?
tell us
¿Nos puede decir
how long you worked there before
cuánto tiempo trabajó ahí
Monica was arrested?
antes de que arrestaran a Mónica?
2 años y medio.
2.5 years.
And was it always every other week?
Y siempre era una semana sí y una semana no.
Sí.
Yes.
And it was always on a Monday.
Y
Is that
siempre
right?
era un lunes.
Sí.
Yes.
Now you knew that Fabio worked.
Counsel, could you please repeat?
You knew that Fabio worked, had a
Usted-
job.
Usted sabía que Fabio trabajaba en un trabajo.
Sí.
Yes.
Did you know what he did for a living?
¿Usted sabía qué hacía? ¿En qué se dedicaba?
No estoy muy enterada, pero hacía cortes de pelo. O esto puedo saber.
I am not
Estilista.
quite sure, but I think he did some hair cutting.
Okay. But you knew he had a steady job. He was working
Pero usted sabe
every
que
day
tenía
except for
un
holidays
trabajo,
or weekends.
Constante, que trabajaba los días festivos o los fines de semana.
Sí.
Yes.
Do you have any idea of what his schedule was when he was
¿Sabía
working?
cuál era el horario que tenía cuando trabajaba?
Exactamente no, pero cuando yo iba el lunes, él iba saliendo a veces a su trabajo.
Not exactly, but when I used to go there on Mondays, he was leaving to his work.
He was leaving for his work?
Se iba a su trabajo.
Sí, es lo que me imagino.
Yes, that is what I
Salía
imagine.
con su maletín.
Okay.
Salía con su maletín. me imagino.
He would go out with his briefcase.
Okay. So you were there every
Usted
other
estaba
Monday for 2.5
allí
years.
Cada 2 lunes por 2 años y medio.
Sí.
Yes.
And most of the time on
La mayor
Mondays,
parte del tiempo,
Fabio would leave the house
Fabio
with the
se
briefcase
salía de la casa con un
when you
portafolio.
got there.
Cuando usted llegaba ahí.
Sí.
Yes.
How did you usually get there?
¿Y cómo llegaba usted por lo general?
Por lo general en el bus.
Generally, it was by bus.
And did you have to walk from the bus stop to the
Y
house,
después
or would
tenía que
somebody
caminar
pick
de
you
la
up?
parada del autobús a la casa o alguien la recogía.
Caminaba a la casa.
I would walk to the house.
How far was that?
¿Qué tan lejos estaba?
Caminaba unos 15 o 20 minutos.
I would walk about 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay. And was that okay with you?
Y era bien, usted estaba
Sí.
bien. Yes.
If you wanted, someone in your family could
Si
have
usted
taken you
quería
there, or
que
someone
alguien de su familia
could
la
have
llevara
picked
allí,
you up from the Sementilli house.
o que alguien la recogiera de la casa de los Sementilli. My apologies. How was that?
Said if you wanted
Si usted
to,
quería,
would someone take you to the
alguien
house
la
from your
llevaba
family,
a la casa, alguien de su familia la llevaba a la
as
casa,
opposed to the bus and walking?
en lugar de tomar el autobús y caminar.
Sí.
Yes.
A veces mi hija me llevaba cuando llovía o que ella no tenía clases.
Sometimes my doctor would take me there when it was raining, or whenever she didn't have class.
Okay.
Okay.
So you arrived at the same time
Usted
every time you worked there, 8
llegaba
o'clock. Is that
a la
right?
a la misma hora cada vez que trabajaba ahí.
Sí.
A las 8, ¿correcto? Correct. Yes.
Right. That
Correct.
didn't change, did it?
Y eso no cambió, ¿sí?
No.
No.
And when you would arrive, it would
Y cuando
be
usted
many
llegaba,
times the same time as Fabio
muchas
was
veces
leaving. Is that
era
right?
Más o menos a la hora que Fabio salía.
Sí.
Yes.
And then you saw him
Y
drive
después
away
usted
with
vio
a briefcase.
que él se iba con su maletín.
Sí.
Yes.
Did you know where he was going?
¿Usted sabe dónde iba?
Pienso que a trabajar.
I think he was going to work.
And was he dressed like he was going to
¿Y
work?
estaba vestido como para ir a trabajar?
Sí.
Yes.
And at that time,
En esa época,
how did you get into the house?
¿cómo llegó usted a la casa?
Ese día.
That day,
No, when you would come in the morning,
cuando
if
llegó
Fabio was leaving,
y Fabio se iba,
how did you go into the house?
¿cómo entraba usted a la casa?
Oh.
Oh.
A veces usaba la llave. Si no estaba nadie, yo usaba la llave.
Sometimes I would use the key. If there was no one there, I would use the key.
Would Fabio let you in sometimes as he
¿Y
was leaving?
Fabio alguna vez la dejaba entrar cuando usted se iba? Cuando él se iba, perdón.
No, es que yo llegaba y él todavía estaba ahí preparándose para salir.
No, what happens is that I would get there and he was getting prepared in order to leave.
Okay. So would you knock on the door?
Usted tocaba
Tocaba
la
la
puerta.
puerta. Si no me abrían, yo ya abría con mi llave.
I would knock on the door. If no one opened the door, I would use the key.
Okay.
Okay.
And sometimes Fabio would open the door?
Y muchas veces Fabio abría la puerta.
No,
No,
He would already have left, correct?
él ya se había ido.
no.
No.
Okay.
A
So-
veces me abría Mónica.
Sometimes Monica would open the door for me.
Okay. So if you saw Fabio leaving with his briefcase,
¿Es usted?
then
Veía
someone
a
else would
Fabio
have to open the door,
que se iba
right?
con el maletín. Alguien tenía que abrir la puerta.
Sí, pero él se iba cuando yo ya había entrado.
No, but he would leave after I had gotten inside.
Monica would leave?
A veces
Mónica.
estaba ahí. Oh, perdón.
No, Mónica estaba ahí.
A veces estaba ahí ella.
Sometimes she was there.
Sometimes who was there?
Algunas veces, ¿quién estaba ahí?
Algunas veces Mónica.
Sometimes Mónica.
And she would open the door for you.
¿Y ella le abría la puerta?
A veces.
Sometimes.
Okay. So it wasn't a regular schedule. Sometimes you
No era
saw
un
Fabio
horario
leaving.
regular.
Sometimes Monica would open the
Fabio
door.
se iba, algunas
Sometimes you
veces
would use your key.
Mónica
Is
le
that
abría
right?
la puerta y algunas veces usted usaba su llave. ¿Correcto? Yes.
Okay. And the girls,
Y
for that period, that 2.5
Las
years,
niñas
were they
durante ese
in
periodo de
school?
2 años y medio estaban en la escuela.
Casi no miraba a Isabela. Ella no estaba.
I barely saw Isabella. She was not there.
Y Jessica sí. estaba en
Jessica.
casa.
Jessica was in the house.
On the day of the murder you're talking about, correct?
¿Usted estaba hablando del día del asesinato?
No, en otras veces también.
No, on other
Another-
occasions as well.
Okay. So the two girls lived there?
Las dos chicas vivían ahí.
Sí.
Yes.
And my question was, were they both going to school then, if you know?
Las dos iban a la escuela, si es que sabe.
Sé que Isabela iba a la escuela.
I know that Isabella was going to school.
And what would Jessica be doing, if you know?
¿Y qué es lo que hacía Jessica, si es que sabe?
No sé.
I don't know.
Sometimes would she babysit, if you knew?
¿Usted sabe si algunas veces ella cuidaba niños? ¿Verdad?
No sé.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Ahora,
when you would go to work on Monday,
cuando
every other Monday,
usted iba a trabajar
sometimes
cada 2 lunes.
Fabio would be home. Is that
Muchas
right?
veces Fabio estaba en la casa, ¿correcto?
A veces.
Sometimes.
Okay. And you told us sometimes he
Y
went
nos
to work.
dijo que algunas veces se iba él a trabajar.
Sí.
Yes.
Did you know when he was going to be home
¿Usted sabía que
or when he was going to be going to work on the Monday you were there?
regresar a la casa o a qué hora se iba a ir a trabajar el lunes que usted fue ahí?
No sé.
I don't know.
It just sometimes he was there and sometimes
Unas veces
he was going to work. Is that
estaba
fair?
ahí y algunas veces se iba a trabajar.
Sí.
¿Correcto? Yes.
What about if the Monday
Yes. ¿Qué
was
pasa?
on a holiday,
Y-
like Christmas or New Year's?
¿Y qué si el lunes
Would you work that Monday
era
or would you have it off?
Año Nuevo o Navidad? ¿Usted trabajaba ese lunes o lo tenía libre?
Lo trabajaba.
I would work.
You said that the Monday
Usted dijo que el lunes
of the murder, Fabio was home, correct?
asesinato, Fabio estaba en la casa.
Sí.
Yes.
And how many Mondays before then did you say he was also home?
¿Cuántos días de los lunes él estaba en la casa?
Yo lo miré 3 lunes. De
Ah.
cuando, 3 veces que fui a trabajar, él estaba en casa.
I saw him 3 Mondays. The days that I was going to work there, he was at home.
And that was every other Monday.
Y esa era cada 2 lunes.
Sí.
Yes.
And before those 3 Mondays,
Y antes de esos 3,
sometimes you saw him going to work, right?
algunas veces usted veía que él se iba a trabajar, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correcto.
In fact, most of the time he was going to work, isn't
La
that
mayor
right?
parte del tiempo él se iba a trabajar, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But this Monday we were talking about
Pero
he was home.
lunes del cual estamos hablando, él estaba en la casa.
Sí.
Yes. Okay.
And Jessica was home that Monday,
¿Y Jessica estaba en la casa ese lunes?
Sí.
Yes.
and Monica was home, correct?
Y Mónica estaba en la casa. Yes.
You believe Bella was at school,
¿Y usted
correct?
pensaba que Bella estaba en la escuela?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, on that Monday, could you
Ese
tell us again,
lunes, ¿nos puede decir
did
otra
someone
vez?
open the door for you or did you use your
¿Alguien
key?
le abrió la puerta o usó su llave?
Me abrió Mónica.
Monica opened the door. for
And
me.
do you know how she knew you were there? Did you knock on the door or
Ella, usted sabe cómo
anything else?
sabe ella que usted estaba ahí, tocó la puerta o qué.
Cuando había carros, yo sabía que alguien iba a estar.
When there were
Entonces-
cars, I knew that somebody was going to be there.
Entonces toco la puerta y si no me abren, yo ya metía mi llave.
So I knocked on the door, and if no one would open the door for me, I would use my key.
Okay, but that Monday you
Pero
knew
ese lunes
they were
usted
home because the
sabía
cars
que
were there.
estaba en la casa porque el coche estaba ahí.
Sí.
Yes.
Pero
And,
igual
and
yo toco la
Fabio's,
puerta.
Pero qué.
Pero yo toco la puerta.
But I knock on the door.
of course. And Monica opened it up, yes?
Y Mónica le habló, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And then you saw Fabio there, you've told us what he was doing.
Y usted vio
Correct.
a Fabio y ya nos dijo lo que estaba haciendo.
No lo vi, lo escuché que estaba en la cocina.
I didn't see him. I heard he was in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
And at some
Y
time,
en algún momento,
did you see him before he left? Because you
Lo
said he
vio
left at some point, right?
antes de que se fuera, porque usted dice que se salió en algún momento.
Yo no lo miré salir.
I didn't see him leaving.
Okay.
Okay.
But you knew
Pero
he had
usted
left, is that
sabía
right?
que
At
él
some time
ya
in
se
the
había
morning.
ido en alguna hora de la mañana.
Supe que se fue cuando Mónica me dijo.
I learned that he had left because Monica told me.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you know where he
Usted sabe
was going or where
a
he
dónde
went?
iba o a dónde fue.
¿De quién me habla?
Who are you talking about?
When Monica said he
Cuando Mónica dijo
had left, did
Que ella
you know where he left for?
que él ya se había ido. ¿Usted sabe a dónde se había ido?
No.
No.
But at some
Pero
point
en
he
algún
came back.
momento él regresó.
Sí.
Yes.
And the first time you saw him when he came back
Y la
was
primera
where?
vez que usted lo vio, cuando regresó, ¿en dónde lo vio?
Él estaba en la troca
He was
hablando por teléfono.
in his truck, talking on the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
And his truck was parked where?
¿Y en dónde estaba estacionada su camioneta, su truck?
En el driveway,
On the
muy cerca a la puerta.
on the driveway, very close to the door.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
Entonces,
saw him
¿Usted
how?
vio,
Through a window or how
lo
did you see
vio
him?
a través de una ventana o cómo lo vio?
Sí, lo miré por la ventana. Yo estaba terminé de limpiar el cuarto de Jessica.
I saw him through the window. I had just finished cleaning Jessica's room.
Bajé la escalera y ahí hay una ventana y se miraba la troca de él.
I went down the stairs and I could see through the window and I saw his truck.
Okay. And he was in there for a long time,
Y él
is that right?
estuvo ahí mucho tiempo, ¿correcto?
De cuando lo vi, él estuvo ahí como media hora.
From the time that I saw him first, he was there for about half an hour.
And was he always talking on the phone when you saw him?
Y cuando lo vio siempre estaba hablando por teléfono.
Sí.
Yes.
And Monica and Jessica
Y
were doing what?
y Jessica, ¿qué estaban haciendo?
If you know.
Sí saben.
Ellas no estaban.
They were not there.
They had gone somewhere with athletic clothes on.
Ellas se habían ido
Correct.
con la ropa de deportes. ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you remember about what time that was?
¿Se acuerda como qué hora fue?
¿Que salieron ellas?
That they left?
Yes.
Sí.
Como 11 de la mañana.
Around 11 in the morning.
And Fabio was gone at that time as well,
Y
correct?
Fabio también se fue en ese momento.
No, a Fabio yo no supe a qué hora se fue. Yo supe que se había ido cuando Mónica me dijo
I
que
don't-
ella se iba a ir.
I don't know at what time Fabio left. It was when Monica told me when she was leaving.
Okay. But he was gone when they left, Monica and Jessica,
Pero cuando Mónica y Jessica se fueron, él ya se había ido.
as far as you knew.
Por lo que usted sabe.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And when Fabio then came home
Cuando Fabio regresó a
and
la
was
casa
talking in the car,
y estaba hablando en el
were
auto,
Monica and Jessica back yet or not?
Mónica y Jessica ya habían regresado.
No.
No.
And when they came back, was Fabio still in the car talking?
Y cuando regresaron, Fabio todavía estaba en el auto
No.
hablando. No.
Cuando regresaron, Fabio ya estaba en la cocina.
When they came back, Fabio was still in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
So he came back from the outside on the phone and he was in the kitchen eating or something, did
De
you say?
afuera, y que él estaba por la cocina y estaba que haciendo o comiendo o algo.
Se puso a calentar comida.
He warmed some food.
Warmed up some food?
La calentó.
Sí.
Yes.
And did Monica and Jessica join him for lunch?
Y Mónica y
Llegaron.
Jessica se unieron a él.
Llegaron ellas
They
y,
got there.
y fueron a la cocina. Comieron un poco ahí con él.
They went to the kitchen and they ate a little bit with him.
Okay.
Okay.
And all this time, of course, you're walking around cleaning the house,
Y
room
todo
by room.
ese tiempo
Correct.
usted estaba alrededor de la casa limpiando cada cuarto.
Ya iba a empezar la cocina.
I was about to start the kitchen.
Okay. So I assume you
Entonces,
waited till they finished eating
supongo que
and then you started cleaning the kitchen.
esperó a
Is
que
that right?
terminaran de comer y usted se fue a limpiar la casa, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Is that when Fabio went outside to the patio?
Y es cuando Fabio se fue afuera del patio.
Sí.
Yes.
And did you see where Monica and Jessica were?
¿Usted sabe dónde están Mónica y Jessica?
Sí.
Yes.
And where were they?
¿En dónde estaban?
Mónica se fue a la sala.
Monica went to the living room.
Jessica se subió a su recámara.
Jessica went upstairs to her bedroom.
Okay. And there was I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
There was nothing unusual about that, was there?
¿Y no había nada inusual acerca de eso?
No.
No.
You knew Monica did not have a job at that time?
¿Usted sabía que Mónica no tenía un trabajo en ese tiempo?
Sí, sabía que no estaba trabajando.
Yes, I knew that she was not working.
Okay. And you knew Jessica was not going to school?
¿Y usted sabía que Jessica no estaba yendo a la escuela?
No sé si estaba yendo a la escuela.
I don't know whether she was going to go to school. She was going to school.
Well, when you would come there on every other Monday,
Cuando usted iba
would
cada
Jessica
2 lunes,
always be there or would she be gone sometime?
¿Jessica siempre estaba ahí o algunas veces se iba?
A veces estaba ahí y a veces se iba.
Sometimes she was there and sometimes she would leave.
Okay. So you didn't know whether she was in school or not at that time?
En esa época usted no sabe si ella iba a la escuela o no.
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 Okay. But you knew Bella was in school, is that
Pero
right?
usted sabía que Bella estaba en la escuela.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay.
how much longer would you say that you were in the house before you left?
¿Cuánto tiempo cree usted que estaba en
This is after lunch and after Fabio was in the patio.
antes de irse? Es cuando estaban comiendo el almuerzo y Fabio estaba en el patio.
¿Cuánto tiempo?
How,
¿Cómo?
how long? How?
Well, you call it, let me take it in order.
Lo voy a
After
poner-
lunch,
Después de
Fabio went to
no,
the patio, you cleaned the
Fabio
kitchen.
se fue al patio y usted limpió la cocina.
Sí.
Yes.
What did you do after you cleaned the kitchen?
¿Qué fue lo que usted hizo después de limpiar la cocina?
Era lo último que me faltaba de limpiar la cocina.
That was the last thing that I needed to clean, the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
So then did you get ready to go home
¿Y usted
or
se
leave?
preparó para salirse o irse a su casa?
Sí.
Yes.
And about what time was that?
¿Cómo a qué hora fue?
Como normalmente era de las 2 a las 2:30.
It would normally be from 2 to 2:30.
And do you have any idea on that date what time it was, or
Yes,
was
I
it
do.
normal, just a normal time?
¿Tenía idea a qué hora era o tenía una hora diferente?
No, era normal.
No, it was normal.
Okay.
Okay.
So you had a regular schedule, and it usually
tenía
ended
un
about 2 or 2:30. Is
horario
that right?
regular que terminaba como a las 2 o 2:30, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
So there was nothing unusual about that.
No había nada fuera de lo común sobre eso.
No.
No.
Okay. And how did you leave? Did someone pick you up, or
¿Cómo
did
se
you
fue? ¿Alguien la
were you dropped
recogió
off at the bus, or
o
what?
la dejaron en el autobús o qué?
Mi yerno fue a recogerla.
My son-in-law picked me up.
About what time? Do you
¿Cómo a qué
know?
hora? ¿Sabes?
Pienso que eran como 2:15 o 2:30.
I think it was about 2:15 or 2:30.
And do you know how did he know it was time to pick you up? Did you contact him, or did he just show
¿Él
up?
sabía a qué hora tenía que ir a recogerla o se contactó con usted o sabía?
Sí, él me llamó, me contactó y me dijo que a qué horas terminaba, que él podía pasar por mí.
He called me, he contacted me, and he asked me at what time I was going to finish and that he was going to pick me up.
Okay, and what did you tell him?
¿Y qué le dijo?
Que como de 2 a 2:30 terminaba.
That I was going to finish between 2 or 2:30.
Okay. And when he arrived, did he come to the door or knock on the door? Did he honk the horn?
Cuando
How did you
el
know he was
sol
there?
le tocó la puerta o el claxon o como sea.
No, yo ya lo estaba esperando afuera.
No, I was waiting for him outside.
Okay.
Okay.
And you said goodbye to Fabio and Monica
¿Qué le
and
dijo
Jessica,
adiós
or
a
what?
Fabio, Mónica y Jessica?
A
¿o qué?
Fabio no le dije adiós, a Mónica sí, que estaba ella en la sala.
I didn't say goodbye to Fabio. I did to Monica when she was in the living room.
Okay. And that was normal the way you left? Did she pay you then, or did she
Y
pay
ahí
you
era cuando
some
salía.
other time?
¿Él le pagaba ese día o le pagaba en otra ocasión?
Ese día, pero siempre ya me dejaba el cheque en la cocina.
At that day, but she would always leave the check in the kitchen.
So she always paid with a check, correct?
Siempre le pagaba con un cheque, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And that day you took your check, you went outside, and you waited for
día
your son.
tomó su cheque y esperó a su yerno.
Sí.
Yes.
So again, that was just a normal day for you.
Entonces, una vez más, ese día fue un día normal para usted.
Correcto.
Correct.
There was a photograph, Your Honor. I wonder if we could put that photograph up
Hay
on
una
the
fotografía, su
garage
señoría.
that has the
Quiero ver si la tenemos.
box in it.
Lo tenemos en...
Your Honor, this is
Este.
People's Exhibit 7, page 19. You see that, Delia?
¿Usted lo ve, Delia?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you have that pointer there?
Y tiene ahí el señalador.
And could you point again to that box, the DVR box that was
La
connected
caja
to the
del DVR
security system?
que está conectado al sistema de seguridad.
Objection assumes facts and evidence.
Son
Sustained.
hechos que no están en evidencia.
Could you just point to that box that you pointed to before?
¿Puede,
Same objection.
puede marcar la caja a la que marcó
I don't
anteriormente?
recall that being done.
No creo que lo es.
No marqué ninguna caja.
I don't see any box.
Do you recognize anything in there that has to do with the security system?
¿Usted ve algo ahí que tenga que ver con el sistema de seguridad? No. No.
Can you look above the... There's a door to the kitchen. You see that?
Puede ver arriba. Hay una puerta.
Point on the Elmo if you want it on the projector, and she can see that.
You see the door here?
¿Usted ve la
You have to look at.
Sí. Yes.
Okay. And that leads to where?
¿Y eso da a dónde?
A la cocina.
The kitchen.
Okay. And next to it is what?
Y después en la siguiente,
Well, I'm
en
pointing.
la siguiente, ¿qué es lo que estoy señalando?
El borde de la cocina.
The garbage.
Okay.
Trash.
And next to
Trash.
that is a
Y después
piece of furniture.
hay un mueble.
You see what that is?
¿Ve lo que es eso?
Sí.
Yes.
What is that, if you
Yes.
know?
No. I don't know.
You see above that,
¿Y ve arriba de eso?
that black thing?
De eso negro.
Sí.
Yes.
You know what that is?
¿Sabe qué es?
No.
No.
All right. Try this. You testified earlier that Monica went out to the garage to fix something.
Que Mónica
You remember that?
a arreglar algo, ¿se acuerda?
Sí.
Yes.
What was she going to fix?
¿Qué iba a arreglar?
En la pantalla de la cocina aparecía que son 4 cámaras y en una parte no se miraba.
There were 4 cameras in the kitchen screen, and one of them didn't have anything.
Ella salió al garage
Okay,
y
this,
regresó a la cocina donde yo estaba
She went to the garage and went back to the kitchen where I was,
y me dijo que ya lo arregló.
and she told me that she had fixed it.
okay. When was this?
What?
We have to turn back around.
One
You
of
wish
the-
she can turn around.
¿Se puede?
Do you remember what day that was
¿Se acuerda que día
in
fue
relationship to the day
en relación
that Fabio was killed?
al día en el que asesinaron a Fabio?
No recuerdo, pero fue en diciembre.
I do not remember, but it was in December.
Okay. And you understand that the murder was in end of January, right?
Usted entiende que el asesinato fue a finales de enero,
Sí.
¿correcto? Yes,
So a few weeks before, correct?
unas semanas antes, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And did you notice that one of the screens was not working?
¿Y usted sabe por qué no estaba funcionando la pantalla?
No.
No.
Monica did, correct?
Mónica sí supo.
Me imagino que ella sabía.
I imagine that she
Well,
knew.
did she tell you that one of the screens was not working?
¿Ella le dijo que una de las pantallas no estaban funcionando?
No.
No.
Simplemente miró las pantallas y salió al garage y regresó y me dijo a mí me dijo, "Oh, ya lo arreglé."
She only went out to the garage and she told me, I fixed it.
Okay. And how did you know what she was talking about? Or
¿Y
did
cómo-
you?
¿Cómo sabe de qué estaba hablando?
Porque
¿Sabía de qué estaba hablando?
porque ella me mostró me señaló la pantalla.
Because she showed me, because she pointed at the screen
In the kitchen.
De la cocina.
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Adriana, to interrupt,